What's up, guys?
The state is a parasite. It is robbing people. It is destroying lives.
I can see,
I can see
we
that.
cannot
it's
allow
just,
this. We must stop it. That's the
base.
message we need to get out. It isn't the state.
Go to make sure you're looking at the share screen, not my camera.
No,
The state is a parasite. It is robbing people. It is destroying lives. We cannot allow this. We must stop it. That's the message we need to get out. It isn't enough to be nice guys.
Sounds like
I'm
a trying
sorry.
to be a rapper.
That is the market. If you tell the truth and if the audience senses it, they will ride with you to the end of the earth.
There is this parasitic force in Washington, D.C. that's grown bigger and bigger and more powerful.
They used the Dune dude.
The Libertarian Party Mises Caucus. They are doing incredible work. Your support has made Defend the Guard Act the most important non-interventionist legislation in the entire 21st century. That credit belongs almost singularly to the activists in the Mises Caucus.
Government is simply the biggest corporation with a monopoly on violence.
We need to be fearless truth tellers and absolutely cut through everything.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Chris Cuomo, if you really want to go on this rehabilitation tour, why not come through me?
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs like a fucking punk.
Dave Smith and Chris Cuomo have agreed to a debate.
They need to be called out and shamed.
It's not the politics of it. It's not necessarily even the ideas. That's secondary to the culture. And how do you guys feel? How do you feel about this community? How do you feel about this energy?
It's not that complicated. You know, freedom is not a complicated issue. Just have fun talking about it and spreading the message.
How cool's the doctor that figured that one out?
Stop doing evil and terrible things that provoke them.
We did. Well, that's ridiculous. That's where I'm
If you care about your fucking country, read Ludwig von Mises and the of the Austrian Economic School, motherfucker.
Some of you will be threatened. Some of you will be intimidated. Some of you are going to fold.
Yes, Iranian. This is Special Agent Christina Chen. I'm going to give you an opportunity to verify my identity.
I got an award from the Mises Caucus for the most visits by a Fed award. But as Angela said, liberty is dangerous.
I will walk into a den of vipers every time if there's a chance that I can convert a single one of them and move the needle in the direction of freedom.
I love dealing with libertarians.
The libertarians, they're great people, and they are based largely on common sense.
We would be so lucky if we convinced a single blood-sucking statist to adopt a single one of our policies.
That convinces me the revolution is alive and well.
What's your message to those people?
By our proofs, you'll know us.
Hopefully in a year, 2 or 3, I'll come back and everyone here will say, Maj, you were wrong. Peace.
Nice,
right.
dude. Great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Another banger of a video by Dan Smots. Good job putting that together for the Mises Caucus. And right on time, too. We're rolling into convention. And what other way to drum up some excitement besides some good MC propaganda? I fucking love it. And you know what? I mean, I'm excited now. I wasn't really excited to go to convention. I was pumped for the battle on the floor always. I'm pumped to see and meet people every single time. But now we got Vivek there, we got RFK, we got Trump. If you thought that the libertarians were invisible before, it's really hard for you to say that now. It's really hard for you to make an argument when we have two of the most popular presidential candidates arriving at our convention vying for the votes of libertarians. What do you guys think about that video?
We are the prettiest girl at the ball, and 2 of the richest guys at the ball want to fuck our brains out.
I was being so professional, Mitch. Yeah, that's a good analogy, but I would not describe libertarians as a pretty girl at a ball. I would say maybe it's a husky woman at a truck stop. And she's got some shit to sell. I don't know, dude. But yeah, Tim, what's your take there?
Well, you asked what I thought about the video. The video is fucking great. So that's my answer. The video is great.
What kind of girl is the Libertarian Party? That's what we're asking now.
Here, let me rephrase that. We're a fat neckbeard who made tons of money off Bitcoin, and now 2 gold diggers are coming for us.
That's good.
No, I liked your original one better. It was better.
But what would you say it is, Tim? We need an analogy from
What
you.
would I say the Libertarian Convention is? Like
what kind of girl is the part, or what kind
Depends
of
on
girl is
who
the
you
convention?
ask. Depends on who you ask. Like, yeah, she could be like the free spirited, self assured, whatever, confident. Got it. Like everybody wants to be around her, like you guys are saying.
Yeah.
Or it could be the slut standing on the corner, spreading her legs for Donald Trump. So,
Yeah, I was about to say Trump.
it just
would be
depends
like,
on who you ask.
Trump would be like, Libertarian Party, a lot like Stormy Daniels.
yeah. Just pay them 150 grand. They'll shut up, or they
Yeah.
won't, and they'll give me a bunch of money.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, here we go, Tim. What are you drinking on? I know you've been sipping on the honey whiskey. Are you still sipping on the honey whiskey?
Yeah, my goal is to finish this tonight so that I can go buy a new one. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna start working on that. Yeah,
I'm sipping on some spiced rum.
fucked up. Yep.
I'm sipping on some spiced rum because you guys were talking shit. You and Duke talking shit about how I don't drink. I'm trying to be healthy.
I didn't
whatever.
say that.
You said I was trying to be healthy, and Mitch doesn't drink anymore. I watched last week's
Did I say
episode. You don't think I watched the episodes? I go back. I watch the episodes. I've watched them all. And yeah, I'm gonna make up for it when if there's a week where I don't drink, I make up for it. I don't run run the bill up like Mara. I will never ever do that. Mitch, he's fine. I drink for Mitch too.
Yeah.
I take that back. I don't drink.
Okay, hold on.
I don't drink for Mitch too.
I was about to say, man, you're playing a dangerous game there.
Yeah, no, I'd be severely unhealthy if I did that. But okay, it's my show. It's my show.
Kelly's
people.
got it going on.
What's Kelly saying?
Red's apple with a half a shot of caramel moonshine.
Oh,
I don't know about the red apple, but the caramel moonshine sounds dope as fuck.
But coupled with the Red's apple, it's probably like caramel apple, right? That's
Isn't
what
like
you're going
red
for.
apple ale like really sweet?
It's really sweet, really
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
So that's too sweet for my taste personally, but
I'm
it
drinking
does sound
Coke
good.
and honey. I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so that was a good cold open. This was also another contender for a cold open, just to get the show warmed up. Donald Trump truthed out this video of just on his social media, and this is why he was the GOAT at Twitter.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Funny
that's
shit,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
That's the kind of Trump I miss.
I mean, that's just funny. And whoever's running his social media team, they're doing a good job. Maybe he's doing it, but he's definitely not editing the videos, right?
Oh no.
No.
Well, when I was trying to find that, because before we switched over to this other format, I was trying to find the video. It looks like that first clip is like 3 years old of him swinging the golf club and hitting Joe Biden. But then like they found all these other clips and put them together. So
Yeah.
not an original idea, but it's still funny.
Someone ran it by him. They were like, "Hey, each time he falls, we'll just add a new one." He's like, "That's a great
Yeah.
idea. I think you could add a little like bing bang bong and perfect."
Yeah.
The bing bang bong makes it for me, but the amount of times Biden's fallen is concerning.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious. He's the president of the United States of America, though, so we need to clean our shit up. Okay, moving on.
We
with-
need to clean our shit up the way he cleaned up Ashley
Yeah.
Biden.
The way he
There we
has
go.
to, the way his aides have to clean up his shit, probably, right? Okay. In moving on. Conventions next week, guys. Oh wait, no. Sorry. I have a bone to pick with Tim.
Okay.
Okay. Not just you.
I know where this is going. Go ahead.
Yeah, this was for last week's episode. Duke, welcome back. Did a great job. I agreed with pretty much everything you said. I wish you would have ran for president with Toad. That would have been an awesome ticket.
Duke is the VP.
Yeah, Duke
I will say, as Duke's campaign manager, I was deeply disappointed when he decided to drop out without telling me.
And
So, if any of you want the pictures of him on Epstein Island, they are available.
Oh no.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Wait, yeah, bring those next episode if he's not on. But I hope he keeps coming back because
He'll be back.
you know, y'all are saying like, the one time he wants me on and now I'm on and he's not on.
Mhm.
Look, I don't know if you realize this. I had 2 comedy shows last week. I opened for Robbie the Fire fucking Bernstein down in West Palm at the kickoff of the Porch Tour. I had to prepare and do some comedy, guys.
Did you prepare more for that or the bar?
The bar, obviously. the bar exam, but it felt better. It feels good to open up for Robbie, and Robbie was cool. Everyone was cool. I want to thank everyone who came out to the kickoff of the Porch Tour and Lisa Gansky for putting it on in her place. Obviously, you guys kicked ass, and thanks for giving me a follow or whatever. Robbie killed it. Robbie is a cool dude. We hit the beach and stuff afterwards, and he outran my fat ass, dude. He was like, "Let's go to the beach." And then on the way there, he was like, "I'm going to jog and swim." And I was like, "Oh, we're working out?" And he hit the jog, dude. He's got some good cardio. I don't have the cardio like that.
You said you wanted to confront me. I'm with Joey. You're just trying to tell us about how you got AIDS now. What's up?
The way you phrased, I don't know if he's going to be here for his show. It's Rob's show next week. I haven't missed a single Rob show. And I'll have you know, me and Mitch carried this fucking podcast before your ass came back and made it better.
Okay, this is what I did not know this is where this was going. Okay. Yeah. I thought you were going to talk about the nomination stuff. All right.
Me and Mitch been here the whole motherfucking time.
Yep. You guys did. You guys held it
Reporting
down.
on the state of the LP. Yep.
I just said I didn't know if you're going to be here or not, but I've made up my mind that I'm going to 100, and I'm going to be here for everyone. And if y'all don't show up, I'm doing it by myself.
Make no questions about it. I'm showing up, especially for a Rob show. But in the event that I'm not showing up, I'm doing comedy.
I got better shit to do.
Yeah,
which is what we said in the episode. He's got better shit to do.
No, y'all continuously talk shit. And I will say the MC reached out to me to run for at large, and your insinuation that they couldn't find anyone better than me is
that an insinuation?
It was an insinuation. It was. You asked me the question. I told you I am highly qualified for the position. I've been in many leadership positions. I was one of the first 3. Mitch was one of the first 3 with me at the Florida MC, and we took that shit from 3 people. You were a state organizer, all the way to like 200 fucking people in the Discord.
I was like member number 5. I set up the Discord. I remember.
We brought you on. We onboarded you. That's what I'm saying. We built that organization. I created a new affiliate whenever I was region rep. I run Decrim Nature Florida. Fucking organized rallies with Jeff Hancock for the 2A shit in Tallahassee where Sabatini and Luis Valdez spoke. I've done a lot of shit, Tim. I'm qualified.
You're qualified, but is it really? Is it you want to do some candidate grilling? Is that where we want to go?
Yeah, grill me for at large for LP National. I'm not trying to run a campaign right now, but I'm just saying. Yeah. They reached out to me for a reason. They had other people. I mean, obviously, there's other people can run for at large.
Who's my other choice? Who are you running against?
Well, Nikela was supposed to run for at large, but he wants to run for chair. So,
but he's not doing that anymore.
He's not doing that. He's not running for chair anymore?
No. I'm pretty sure he was on the endorsement list, wasn't he?
He is on the endorsement list. It's basically that they've endorsed him as vote for Stephen Nikela for at large. Do not vote for him for chair. So
he's still running for chair.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yes. As of the time of this recording, he is. But that's not stopping people from trying to talk him out of it, myself included.
Yeah. I would encourage him not to do that either.
Yeah, it's sensitive issue.
Yeah, I know.
But going into convention, there's a lot of stuff like this going on. So, welcome to the Inside Baseball, folks.
Yep, and so we're going to split the episodes up. So this first part is going to be about convention and what's going on. Mitch and I will be there, and I'll have my equipment with me. So we're going to try and get some interviews and maybe do a live episode from DC. So for those of you who cannot go to DC and want to see what us swamp people are doing, we're going to do a Swampcast live from the swamp, from the real swamp in DC. And I don't know what day that's going to be. Me and Mitch are going to get together, figure out who we can actually get on board. I was emailing back and forth with one one of Lars's guys since that All In stuff got noticed.
Yeah, that was good.
So maybe we get Lars. Maybe we
New
just get
emoji
some.
in the Discord, by the way. There you go.
Yeah, maybe we just get some. Wow, Joey, I passed. Or no, that's
I mean,
Kelly.
we got quite a
Yeah.
few options going into DC as far as people to try
Wait,
and
so
talk to.
Oh, yeah.
y'all are planning to do a show? I was asking you what your travel plans are so we could try to organize a show or something. But
Yeah. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to schedule it around like the comedy show events because I want to go to like the part of the problem.
yeah, do it whenever it's
comedy show.
convenient for you
Yeah.
guys. I don't give a shit. Because what I was thinking about doing was it's during the week though, so I'm gonna be at work for a lot of it. But I like coming at like after work or whatever, and just like streaming parts of it or whatever. That's kind of what I want to do. But
Yep.
like a watch along type of thing. But if you guys are wanting to do a show there while you're there, like let's set it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get together after the show on that because we definitely want to do that. Still never released the terrible live episode from the LPF convention 2 years ago.
Oh, the one where the line of cheerleaders just walks through.
Yeah, like some of them were of age, but some of them not. And then like one of the random guys not random guys, we all know who he is. I'm not gonna say his name. He was just shouting obscenities at these cheerleaders.
Are his initials MH?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. You remember? Someone remember? Yeah. So I know you and Duke did a round robin on the presidents. I don't know if we want to run that now. But before we get to that, Ron Paul was announced as a speaker at the convention. So another huge get for the convention.
I'm Revolution beanie on.
Yeah, I'm so freaking pumped to go to convention now.
Yeah.
And if you're not, and if you're still hating on the MC or the LNC convention committee, whoever you're hating on, you got to ask yourself, did you just want to fall asleep during business? Did you just want to not get eyes and not make money? I don't know what you're going for, but you're just hating. You hate us because you ain't us.
Hate us because they ain't us, and frankly, dude, one of the reasons why we had to come in and take over the Libertarian Party is, I believe it was 2016 was when we had Dr. Ron Paul set up to speak, and Nicholas Sarwark basically shut all that down.
Yeah.
So
Did we get Tim Pool on the pod? Yeah, you do look like a anorexic Tim Pool. Damn.
I love that it's not the first time this has come up on that show.
Yeah, it hasn't. Why has he taken the market on black beanies? I don't like it.
Well,
I don't know, man, but the Ron Paul beanie has been with me since 2012.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mitch wanted a private jet, but we couldn't afford it. But he still came on the show.
Yeah, there you go.
I managed to get the private jet to DC though, so there we go.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. All right.
Well, yeah, I don't
know.
There's people that are hating on everything that's going on in the convention. One person in particular, Mr. Jacob Hornberger, and his whole take on it seems to be that we're just having a bunch of Republicans. It's just a Republican love fest, and we're just selling out to the Republicans. And you know what? Ron Paul, former Republican. Him, Thomas Massey, Republican. Obviously, the LP is selling out to the Republican Party. Obviously.
Right. But Ron Paul, Libertarian.
Yeah, no, he's a Republican.
But he was a
Ron Paul is a rhino by definition, just not that kind of rhino.
Not that kind.
I mean,
Republican in name only.
This is just what we're going to go through. We are split right now as a party, and a lot of people from the outside see this too. So we have to, the job wasn't over at Reno. That's what I'm getting at with the whole opening with Dan Schmott's video. And that's the message going into convention is if you were a Mises organizer or anything like that, the job didn't stop. We still had roadblocks every in every state that we took over. Some states even tried to say, hey, the people who took over aren't the real Libertarian Party, and tried to do their own thing. They're like potential lawsuits going on in different states. So it's like even in Florida, we had to face roadblocks before and after we took over. It's a constant battle. And 2 years is just not enough to get us back to where we were.
You sound like a president that gets elected and says, "You have to elect me for one more term because I can't get the job done."
I mean, but being for real though,
Yeah.
when you have
I am
all
being
the
for
old-
real.
But like
Yeah.
I'm saying, but being for real though, when you have all the old guard leave, and then the next week after convention, after they lose, start a new Libertarian Foundation, withdraw all of their money and all their donations from the LNC, and then they go, look, they've lost a whole lot of money. It's like, yeah, you did that.
That's politics.
Yeah, it is politics.
It's a dirty, dirty game.
But let's look at the numbers after this convention and see what happens.
Either way, I highly encourage all those people who left to go join the newly founded Liberal Party of America. Good luck.
That's probably where they belong. They probably have a better, fit there,
Well, I mean, you even look at like the Joshua Eagle types, like they're more like European liberal Democrats than they are libertarians. And that's not really a knock. That's just saying that these are completely different things. I mean, there's a reason why the Liberal Democrats down in Australia rebranded to Libertarian, because they have more in common with us as compared to the Liberal Democrats in the United Kingdom.
I didn't know they had a huge presence over there, the Australian Libertarian Party, but I keep seeing them pop up on my Twitter feed, and I see a couple of them trying to, get funded to come over to the convention. So I'd be interested in like maybe having one of them on for a future show. That'd be pretty cool. But neither here nor there. Anything else on convention from you guys?
Who do we have as our picks to win? Tim, from what I understand, you and Duke have your bet. You have Rec.
He's got Rec. Yeah.
And Tim has Oliver. Those are both your race horses.
Duke has Oliver. And
yeah, that's
to
what
be
I was
clear,
saying.
Duke doesn't want Oliver to win. He wants Josh to win. But his money, because we put our money where our mouth is, his money is on Chase to win it.
Yeah.
Where are you guys at?
I'm gonna go Rec, just because I think we have at least.
Is that because you want him to win, or because you think he's gonna win?
No, I think going in with like half the delegation, I think we're gonna have half the delegation. If not, and I'm wrong about that, then he's in trouble. But if we have half the delegation,
here, do you want to do the round robin? You want to do it the same way Duke and I did it? Do the round robin
first,
and then you guys make your predictions at the end.
Perfect. Yep.
Okay, so here's the round robin. The answers are already selected because the poll's over. So I guess you can see the final results of everything now.
I didn't vote. What the hell?
I said, watch the show, because I said, fuck you motherfuckers. You didn't tell me till the day of that you weren't going to be here. So we're doing it without you. So here it was. So anyway, Josh Smith versus Mike Termont. Where are you guys at?
That one's a tough one.
I'm going to say Mike Termont, because much like Rec, once again, this isn't me thinking of who I prefer. This is me thinking of who has the best chance. Mike Termont.
No, the round robin is who you prefer. The prediction.
Oh, who I
prefer.
Yeah.
Mike Termont
over Josh Smith.
Yes.
I think I prefer Josh Smith.
Yeah, I'm with Rob. Why do you pick Mike Termont over Josh Smith?
Too many concerns with Josh.
Elaborate.
Well,
you don't have to start some shit, but I would try
I'm not, because
yeah.
it's mostly just stuff we've already talked about when we had him on the show, and it's just a matter of, listen, Josh is a great guy, really nice dude, fun to bullshit with online. I just don't think he's the man for the job here. And that's just going off of our experiences with him as vice chair and just seeing how that all shook out. And just thinking, maybe this just isn't the thing for him to be doing right now, But yeah, no, Josh is great. But at the end of the day, if it were to come between those two, I would probably skew a little bit towards Termont. That being said, if Josh Smith did, I don't know where he stands on the whole on the data. If Josh did say, if I got the nomination, I would stick to Rechtenwald's plan of making sure that all this data gets turned over to the Libertarian Party after the run.
I think everybody said that, right? Then I would be on board with
it. Did he say that?
I don't know. I feel like everybody has said that at some point.
No, they haven't.
Okay, is somebody saying that they're going to withhold the data? I mean,
a lot of them have different plans for the data. For Termont, I'm assuming that he wants to use it for whatever he plans to run for next.
Yeah, of course. I
For
don't see why
Lars,
anybody.
Well, the thing is that data isn't given over to the Libertarian Party. If
It's
you
not
get that data,
required to
you
be, but
can't.
I'm sure they will.
Most don't, though. No one does.
Really.
Like, yeah, Jorgensen kept it all for herself and famously didn't give it to Spike Cohen, which he went
I
on to
remember
talk
hearing
about on the
that,
PBD
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. All right, so your thing with Josh is he's got too much baggage, and so you prefer Mike Tremont for that reason.
Yeah.
Is there something else to that? Because I think that's pretty easy to smack down.
No, that's just about it. Like, that's just
Rob, do
kind
you
of
wanna
my
make the
take
case
on
for
it.
Mike? I'm trying to be a moderator because I already voiced.
As
my
far as a
opinion.
case for Mike, I will say he did run a good campaign here in Florida. I liked him as a candidate. He is although you wouldn't know it based on some of the things he said when he was running for office down here in Florida. He said some pretty based stuff about socialism and communism. Like, really unloaded about how the rise of these ideologies is a threat to, freedom. So, yeah,
Rob.
no, a lot of the things he said then I really enjoyed as well.
Rob, Josh over Mike. Why?
I think just plain and simple, better messenger. He's more charismatic. I like that. Just like Duke was saying on the last episode. But to be fair, Mike's right after Josh for me. So
okay.
Yeah, they're both very close.
Yeah.
For me.
I'm not gonna knock I mean, Mike did get the vaccine and he did kind of go along with the with that. So that's a big knock on him for me. Josh, not so much. Didn't go with that. Spoke out against it. And like Mitch said, I did like what Mike Tremont had to say at the Duval. Well, he wasn't at the Duval Forum, but he said a lot of good stuff at the Duval Forum. So did Josh. Josh was probably one of the best speakers at the Duval Forum.
And if I could just add one last thing about Josh, this is a positive, and maybe if somehow he hears this, try to really take it to heart. He gives off a similar vibe to Bukele from El Salvador. Like, if you saw any of the stuff of Bukele
what is
before,
this reference? Who?
he's the Bitcoin guy down in El Salvador who's like their president. And he basically turned this terrible country into an economic prospering place that is growing.
So what does that have to do with Josh? What are you trying to say?
When Bukele was running for president of El Salvador, he presented himself in a similar manner that I've seen Josh present himself to as now, which I do see that as a positive.
Okay. I mean, like,
I'm kind of retarded.
Man, shut the fuck up, Rob.
It's a your reference. Like I was saying earlier, you have
that's world politics, man.
I know, but you have a brain capacity that fits all these like names and references in. And like here's my thing. I think it would be a lot better if you would be like, instead of being like, do you know so and so? Because most people never know who you're bringing up. You could be like, there was this one guy. And then if they happen to know that person, that obscure reference that you're making in the moment, they'd be like, oh yeah, you know that person too. Instead of being like, do you know so and so?
All the live show notes.
I'm pushing back on this a bit. Now we're gonna get into a debate about Mitch's presentation.
All right, fuck it. Just go
because literally every time he asked me, he asked me, do I know this person? And literally every single time I have to say no, and it makes me feel dumb.
You want to
give
a
me
live?
Feel stupid.
Well, because you are. You're kind of retarded.
Kind of retarded. Yeah. Fine.
All right. Next candidate, Mike Tremont versus Chase Oliver. I feel like it's going to be an overwhelming vote for Mike. I don't think anyone here is going to go for Chase. Am I wrong?
Mike.
MTM.
Okay. Yep. All right. Lars Mapstead versus Mike Tremont.
Mike. But
Mike.
Also, still all in for Lars, but Mike instead. Yeah.
This one's a very tough decision. I'm just going with Mike, but we're still all in for Lars.
It's a tough decision. It's a tough decision for you there.
Very tough.
He just needs a little lubrication, and he'll get it right in.
Okay. Bend me over like Larry Sharp. I'm so close to being bent over like Larry.
It's a tight fit. Yeah.
Okay, Josh Smith and Michael Rechtenwald.
I'm wreck. I'm going wreck there.
The
numbers right there. Numbers right there don't look too hot though. 62-38.
Yeah.
Well, that's just online though. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, and that's the other part too, because you got to look like at first I thought it was well everybody voted on the first one, and then they just trickled down like later. But Josh and Rec they promoted this fight, like they wanted their people to come in and vote. So all these online polls, obviously with a grain of salt, but it's not really for what the results are. I don't think the results can really tell you too much because these are not. It's not like they only polled delegates. It's anybody and everybody. So Chase for Liberty versus Wreck the Regime.
Yeah, Wreck. That's just two polar opposite sides of the libertarian spectrum clashing.
If this is the turnout that we're seeing, like if you want to say that Chase is left leaning and then Wreck is right leaning, and like that's the split, like that doesn't look good for the left side of the ticket.
No, but I'm also curious to who's on here. Like, did left libertarians get a hold of this poll? Because
also, I mean, like, how many of these people who voted for Rec in that one would have voted for Josh if he were an option in the other one? Like, how much spillover is there from one to the other? Because I'd imagine there's a lot of overlap with those two.
Yeah, we'll just burn through this and we'll get to our predictions. Chase versus Lars. You got to pick one.
Yeah, I'll pick Chase on that one.
Nah, we're going all in, brother.
All in for Lars. You know
so
it.
Why? No, and I'm legit on that one. But why did you pick? Why did you pick Chase over Lars?
Because if it came down to those two, and Chase and Lars are, I got to choose between one of them. I think Chase is the better messenger, and that's huge. I think he's going to steal a lot more votes from the Democrats.
I don't remember what I said before, but I have to stick by my overarching statement about Lars. If Lars ever wins, it just means the LP ticket can be bought. So, but also, I don't know enough about Lars's actual positions, which is probably not good. I don't know enough about his actual positions, but I do know a lot of the criticisms against Chase, and I don't like Chase's representation of libertarianism. So I'd have to see what Lars is, but.
My main thing for Chase, though, if we're gonna go all in for Chase, if we're gonna penetrate that whole thing, Chase is gonna steal votes from left-leaning voters, Democrats, which in this election, I think that's a strategy that we could employ. Lars, I think Lars voters. I think I told you this, and I think that might be where you got it from last episode. I think Lars voters are gonna trickle to Chase, so I think they're pretty similar.
Yeah,
I think that was. I don't remember if it was you. I remember I've been hearing that forever though. That's the word.
I've heard that from a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah. Lars and Josh.
Damn, I didn't think Lars was like last on my list, but now that I'm like, out of all these people, it seems like you would.
Yeah, I think I would probably go with Josh in this instance too, and this is purely a presentation reason. Like. Before I was saying the good thing I like about Josh is how he presents himself like Bukele. But Lars, I just, dude, get a haircut.
Yeah.
We're about to interview this guy. Don't say that. I mean,
look, you gotta be straight with it.
I'm being honest. Criticism of him, and you know me, I've been honest about everyone here.
There's power. There's power in that ponytail. I think here. I think with a good,
fair enough.
With a good interview and a strong hairband, Lars could work his way up my presidential rankings.
Asshole. No, okay.
I think he could go up to 3. I think he could go as high as 3 for me. Depending on what his answers are to one of the questions Duke was getting at, or not one of the questions, one of the points is he's putting all this money into like a national run. If he would put that money,
that's really what I want to know.
Yeah,
are you going? Please tell me this isn't one of those situations where you come and you run and then you disappear.
Yeah,
because I've seen that a lot.
If he sticks around,
Lars has been around for a while, hasn't he?
I don't remember him being around that much. That's why
I haven't been in
Is he
the
a California guy?
I don't remember.
I don't know. This is the first year I heard of him.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, but that's a good point. If he's willing to stick around and like donate to local campaigns and fund those people,
well, you don't know that he doesn't, right?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. We don't know that he doesn't.
Yeah. So anyway, we do want to have Lars on, but it's not going to be a suck fest on Lars. Like, we're going to make jokes about being all in, and we're going to make the porn jokes and whatever, but it's going to be a somewhat hostile crowd as well. Like, I've definitely, like, you guys have your own criticisms. Duke is like full throated against him. I think it would be the end of the party if he won. So I think, like, there's a bunch of us like that have criticism. So it's not going to be friendly territory, which could be good for him though. Pitching it to his campaign team. This could be good for him because you need to go against hostile people who don't think you're legit.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
And I just want to clarify with the whole ponytail thing. That's a criticism I've had for so many candidates. Like, go get a tailored suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't go to Goodwill.
Yeah.
Joe Biden, he has no hair. Look at my hair. It's amazing.
That is true. That is true. Lars does have that going for him.
So Chase and Josh still going. Did I skip anyone?
Josh.
Yeah, no.
I think we're almost done.
That's where
that's
we
Josh.
Were. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then Lars and Mike.
Yeah, Wreck.
Yeah, Wreck.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into the fun part. So the bet that Duke and I made was that I betted for Rechtenwald. He bet for Chase Oliver to win. These are not people that we necessarily want to win, but they're people who we thought we were going to win at the end of the day. So we put $50 on it. You guys don't have to join in that bet, but if you have a different choice, then I would ask you to put your money up. But where are you guys at? Who do you think it's going to end with?
I thought Rex, so I'm kind of in your boat. I want to bet. The gambler in me is like, let's go Josh Smith just to get some money on the table. But
it's possible, man.
It is possible.
I do think that he's going to have a strong finish. I think he's going to be top 3.
And if
that's where I place him.
If Rec for whatever reason gets knocked out, a lot of people will go Josh Smith from Rec's camp. I think
that's the fucking
same.
vote.
I think same goes from Josh to Rec as well. But I think what you're going to see is if it comes between Chase and Rec, you'll see more people go towards Rec because there's quite a few Mises and Mises adjacent people who are already for Termont, and they might not enjoy Chase. But if it goes between Mike Termont and Rec, I think there's a good chance that Termont could take it. But I also think that would be so close that it could also swing to Rec.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
the Mises people. The Mises people who want Josh are gonna vote Josh, but the Mises people who are probably sticking with like the strategy probably gonna go Termont.
I feel bad for Joey because I know he watched all this already, but I kind of want to do it this way because I think this is the best way to do it. So we start the stage with 6 candidates. Who gets knocked out first? I'm putting Hornberger, Chase Oliver, Rechtenwald, Josh Smith, Mike Termont, and Lars. Those are your 6. Who gets knocked out first? I think it's Hornberger. I think we're all on the same page, right? Hornberger is knocked out first. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and let me say this. Hornberger's wrong about the MC now, but I still like Hornberger. I don't know.
I remember you said that he was your favorite candidate. Yeah,
bro.
At the Florida convention and the Florida debates. Keep in mind, Rex's wife
we did one of the first debates. Yeah, we did one of the first debates.
So real quickly on Hornberger, I campaigned for him in 2020, and it's like we were kind of listening to some of the stuff he was saying on the thing before the show, and it's like he's saying all this stuff about the MC, and all I can think is, Jacob, if you wanted the opinion of any of the people who are with the MC who campaigned for you, those phones are open, buddy. Just hit us up and we'll tell you. Mm-hmm. We'll lay it on you why you're not our candidate this time around.
Yeah, right. Because his ideas, like his principles, are there, right? Like the immigration thing, it's a big deal for a lot of people, but for me, it's like, it's a big deal for him. Like he's making a big deal, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
maybe some of these things that you're making a big deal shouldn't be made a big deal, and you might have been a little bit more popular.
Well, it's the art of war, and
you're compromising the position, and what we need is a radical departure from the narrative.
I like that. I like that he said that. So I don't know.
That's a bad quote.
It's a great quote. For some reason, that just didn't resonate this year.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's a great paraphrase because that's pretty much what he said at the Florida convention.
Yeah. Me and Mitch were watching one earlier. I've been watching all of Hornberger's recent videos, and I will continue to watch them until the day he tell you he loses.
Anyway. I don't even expect him to be in those top 6 up on stage. I mean, we were talking about that other guy who we didn't really know about until recently, who's also running.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, should I read
feel
that
like
out?
He's
I'm
more
going to.
likely to get up there.
Yeah.
Charles
Like,
Belay.
I mean, like, guys, with Hornberger, we were doing an entire podcast for like before we did Swamp Creatures. I was doing the Revolution Report with Eric and Chaz on the Hornberger campaign, and we had like this whole thing going. And this time around, it's literally just him recording videos while driving.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
Like,
all it is.
Like, is anyone honestly campaigning? Like, I want to know. I'm not like trying to insult. I'm serious.
So this guy isn't in any of our conversations. Charles Belay, but he's raised almost $5,000 to secure himself a spot on the debate stage. Mike Tremont, 5,000. So the way this works is the top 5 are going to be on the debate stage. Everybody's going to be on the ballot the first go around, as far as I understand it. But as far as the debate goes, they're only going to let the top 5 contributors run, or top 5 money raisers, whatever. So 4,800, 5,200. Lars is at 36. He could dump 10 grand the day of and guarantee a spot. So I'm not really.
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching these numbers the day of, or
Who's
right
Joe
before
Collins?
Josh is at 5. Yeah, like Joe and Jody Jones, like they're under $500. I don't think they've got a shot. But Josh is at 5 grand, so he's doing good. Chase is getting there, 4,500, 5,555 for Rechtenwald. It's going to be interesting because if Charles Belay has some money, he could like upset some stuff, because I feel like people will be swayed on the convention floor, like as far as the debate goes.
Yeah, there's got to be some people sitting on the fence.
Like if we start from the bottom here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one of these people got to make it out.
So I saw Josh was really campaigning against Belay on Twitter. So I'm assuming that that's the one that he's trying to knock off.
You think Belay is trying to knock off Josh?
One of the two. Well, Josh was responding to Belay.
Well, right now Lars is behind, but like I said, Lars can drop 10 grand on his campaign and be right in there. So I'm not really worried about that. So that would put, as of right now, that would put Chase in last place.
Yeah, but so they don't get on the debate stage, but they still get to get
They
voted
still get
on.
on the they still get to be voted on.
And Charles Belay is not going to make that. So like at least
so
he's
you feel
raising
like
money
this
for the
doesn't
party.
matter.
At least
But
he's raising money for the party, I guess.
I'm curious if he does knock out, like, I don't know, maybe he does.
I mean, I
knock
feel
out
like Lars is going to make it no matter what. Like, he's going to put down that money to make sure he makes it.
Yeah.
Well, he makes the debate stage, but
yeah,
as far as the vote goes, you think he still makes it past Belay?
Yes.
Because I think like Belay's strategy is get me on the debate stage and I'll outshine somebody. That's got to be his only path to victory, because I don't know him outside of this webpage.
I doubt. I don't know if like
he's outshining everybody with that bald ass head he's got going on. God damn.
There's a video from like a Libertarian Party national convention. I think it was 2016 of this guy Mark Allen Feldman, who just like no one knew who the like nobody knew who the fuck he was, and he just went up there and like, I'm that libertarian.
Oh yeah.
Like, watch that be Charles Belay.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, I feel like he is the dark horse here, and somehow he's going to get the nomination. Like, wouldn't that be insane?
Yeah, Joey, Toad probably did submit that picture.
I'm going to show you why I think that, because Mitch and I were watching this earlier. What do you notice about this picture?
Toad's got no shoes on.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen this too. Yeah,
I definitely think he did that. Yep.
I got to know what the philosophy is there.
Because it's a joke. He's running as a joke, and so he just took his shoes off. He's like,
well, yeah.
Fuck it.
In his picture on the site, he's dressed as that one dude. What was the guy's name?
Oh, I didn't mean that. Yeah.
Pedophile Sam.
No, you don't remember in 2016 there was like some guy who was like in the undecided voters panel in a debate.
Oh yeah, that was him. Yep.
Yeah, that's who he's dressed as.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's that guy's name?
I don't know.
Ken Bone?
Oh yeah, I remember Ken Bone. There were so many memes about him. That was huge. Yeah. See, that's a reference I got. There you go, Mitch.
You know
That
what?
works good.
I'm gonna go total dark horse here. Toad's gonna win the nomination.
He looked just
Are
like
you
Ken
willing to
Bone.
put? Are you willing to put money on it though?
No, don't take Mitch's money.
No, I'm not willing to flush money down the drain.
I'm trying to up my winnings. Okay.
Toad. Yeah. I mean,
Okay, so are you both putting your hypothetical money on Rectum Mold?
yeah, I'd say wreck.
Yeah, wreck.
And I'd be willing to throw 50 in. But if Chase wins, Duke might not get that money immediately, but I'll throw it in on your side. So
Hold on.
basically, yeah.
Okay, so Duke's gonna, I'll share the clip or whatever with him.
Yeah.
So are you saying that you'll put 50 in if Duke goes up to 100?
No, I don't think that's
No.
fair. Is that
I think
fair?
it's fair. He pays
Yeah.
us both. I'm trying to get paid here.
Well, he has to agree to that. If he agrees to that, that's fine because
Okay.
I'll throw it in now.
He could double his money, triple
Yeah,
his money.
I'm just getting a new job now, so we'll have to. He might have to
don't
wait on it.
This isn't me.
He might have to wait on it.
We'll deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all deal with it. Y'all deal with it. Who gets knocked out second?
Yeah, just start handing out propaganda at the convention. We'll have all these flyers that are pro Toad, but don't put Toad's picture. Put Ken Bone's picture.
No, because libertarians are so autistic. They're gonna be like, "This is Ken Bone." Like everyone's gonna know who he is.
I didn't know his name. I knew he was a guy, but
But people, I see that picture and I'm like, "Oh, I remember that guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is just like me a little bit ago, no one really remembers the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because that's just. It's not meant for you to remember, honestly. It's just it's like in your subconscious, stored in there for some reason, and that's one of those things where it's like, hey, brain, can we get rid of that and remember how to do like simple division? You know, something something that you should be able to do everyday life, but your brain's like, you remember when Ken Bone in the 2016 was undecided? That's fucking dumb. So dumb. All right.
Anyway,
moving on.
back to the show.
Anyway, back to the show, and we cut that
We
clip.
spent an hour on it. That's definitely getting cut.
And now we return to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah. So welcome to Swampcast again. We're here for the news portion of the show. And in the news, Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, Raisi, dead as fuck in a helicopter crash. This or May 19th. So I guess was that Sunday?
2 days ago.
Yeah. And Tim, you were saying that he was trying to. He was like a helicopter pilot. You just like saying he could fly a helicopter.
Yeah, I'll try to find the Twitter post that I saw about it. But he was basically like, people were pointing at it and saying like, "Oh, at least the Iranian president knows how to operate a helicopter." Apparently not. You got him.
Well, do we know he was flying at this time?
No, we don't.
Or was that just a public thing? Like, oh look, he's doing this, kind of like Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, the video that I saw of him operating the helicopter was just him like in the cockpit, basically like messing with the controls. It wasn't him like actually flying the plane.
Well, that's like, have you've seen like those Korean videos where it shows like Kim Jong Un like doing everything and looking spectacular always when doing it. I'm assuming that's probably what that could have been too.
Oh, I think there's a bunch of memes here.
Of course, there's memes.
When did he die? The 19th.
The 19th. Yep.
19th.
Okay. So yeah, the 20th. This is a meme. There you go.
Yeah, we can go ahead and pause the video if you want to get to the memes. That's pretty much.
It's fine. The music is epic. It's good
All right.
for it.
Oh, there you go.
You can see.
Okay.
Yeah. That's me. That's the Iranian president operating his helicopter. Yo, honestly, I've tried to buy some of these. They're fucking expensive, though. They're like 50, 60 grand.
Why do you and my dad have a death wish? My dad's like, I just want to build one of those, helicopters powered by just one propeller. I'm like, dude.
There was one. Yeah.
Why do you want to die?
I don't see it in here anymore, but there was like a bunch of stuff to get back to what you were saying.
Iran has begun 5 days of national.
Up, bitch. There was Yeah, there were a bunch of people like posting the day he got in the helicopter, like, "Oh, at least the Iranian president knows how to operate a helicopter." You can't say that about American leaders. Can't say that about Western leaders. There's all these like leftist people that are pro-Palestine. It's the same kind of
Oh, well,
culture. Yeah.
well, they voted for the guy who can't even operate a fucking bicycle, so fuck them too.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Well, my question on this and why I brought this story up is this a coincidence, or did some foul play occur? What do you guys think? It was foggy. It was really foggy, and Israel said they had nothing to do with it. But I think that maybe this is a sign that the Jews do control the weather. What say you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about what goes on in Iran. Like, I don't. They're supposedly a threat to America because they allegedly fund all these terrorist organizations. I think they actually do. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I don't see why. Like, there's so many opportunities to kill him. Why would it be in this? It just seems like maybe he bought into DEI. He was giving it a try, and they all died. I don't know.
Yeah, Mitch.
Everything I have seen seems to indicate that this was just bad weather. I mean, even when Scott Horton and Dave Smith are saying that, I'm kind of more inclined to think that that is the case.
Did they come out and say that? Because I do trust both of those guys.
According to Dave Smith, he messaged Scott Horton about this
and asked him what he thought.
Yeah, and Scott apparently said that, like it seems like it's just bad weather.
Mm-hmm. And that's possible. I mean, it happened to Kobe, and it does happen.
Killed. He was going to vote for Trump. They killed him.
Yeah, I guess some people got the Kobe conspiracy going on. Whatever. I don't think it was a coincidence. I think that maybe something happened, but we're never gonna know what happened.
Why do you not think it was a coincidence?
Because Iran and Israel are actively exchanging missiles back and forth. Like it's a hot war at this point. We're on the edge of World War III.
Yeah, but they didn't really engage in that heavy stuff. It was just the usual bullshit they do.
I mean, I forgot who it was. I brought him up to Tim. I think we almost put it on the show, but when Iran hit the Israel military sites and got past the Iron Dome with some of their missiles, that was kind of a shock to Israel. As much as they downplayed that, they were able to take out what people are saying minimal losses. They took out some aircrafts and one of Israel's highly guarded sites, like one of the most highly guarded sites in the world. And so that was in response. So I think they're just going back and forth.
If we're gonna go with the theory that he was killed off by IDF, like they didn't shoot him out of the sky.
No.
We agree there. So like what? They co-opted the pilot to engage in a suicide run into the forest? Like I'm just trying I was trying to pull up, you guys can see it. I was trying to pull up I was trying to pull up pictures of the accident site. And like it's not like, the trees are all burned up. Well, these are bad pictures, but like up here, like it doesn't look like there's like there was a giant fire. Like it looks like a fucking plane crash. Like
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we got fucking satellite lasers now. We got viruses that you can put on any computer, like Stuxnet happens.
They hit him with the heart attack gun, but like he's midair, so anybody that's on there, it's a suicide mission.
Yep. I mean,
I'm not buying the idea that this was like. I do think it was a coincidence. I think people try to find conspiracies under every rock, and they point to anything monumental or changing that, or anything that changes the narrative. Anything that happens, they're like, "Oh, that was conspiracy. Oh, that's definitely an inside job. Oh, that's this, that, the other." It's not always that way. It's just sometimes stupid shit happens, and I think this is one of those cases.
I think that's the most. Yeah, I think that's the most likely explanation and the most reasonable explanation. But to me, my gut feeling, for some reason, it's too much of a coincidence. And I think militaries, especially the IDF and the US, we're so advanced, we don't even know what we have. Like I think it could be like a Seth Rich situation where they put something in
to
the
bolster your
helicopter.
theory, maybe they hit him with an EMP and knocked out the helicopter, and it just
Right.
crash landed.
Yeah, and
But wouldn't that have
probably.
effects in other areas too?
Maybe they got
it
some
looked
shit we
like
don't know
they're-
about.
I don't know, man. Look at this picture. I mean, it looks like they're in the middle of the fucking woods. Who are they affected? Tommy.
Well, you know, there's
fucking
there's
killed
other
Tommy.
areas out there.
Nobody even knows his name.
Yeah, and when like Trump killed Soleimani, you know they knew where the fuck he was going. They're like, oh, this guy's going to Iraq.
But that's not a question. He bragged about it.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
killed
that's
bitch.
not even a
I
mystery.
mean, if maybe if we still had Trump, he would have been like, yeah, no, we shot him out of the sky like a dog.
Yeah.
He was like a duck. He fell from the sky. But
I was playing Duck Hunt. I was like, EMP, pow, done.
yeah, no. So I'm gonna stick by that, and we'll stay by
We'll see
this.
how
If
it
there's
goes.
see if there's any developments. But it's just too much of a coincidence right now after all the stuff going on.
So much like when we had Jeffrey Han on Rob, we're going to revisit this later on.
Yeah, we will. We'll get onto the COVID stuff.
And we'll have him on again. He excited every time we're about to have him on. It's like, dude, what's the development with the Walmart tunnels? Gotta know. Gotta know if we have a massive underground system of Walmart tunnels. There's got to be something new going on with that.
I mean, in some ways, I kind of want to get a job at Walmart now just to see if I can find these.
Maybe that's what
I'll
libertarians.
infiltrate there.
Maybe that's what libertarians should do. Maybe we need to spy on all these underground conspiracies.
Yeah. So here, what is this? So
Yeah,
this guy's gonna like fucking answer the question, right? He's gonna go investigate and find out if the Jews are really behind the assassination.
Right. So sticking with Israel Palestine right now, the ICC International Criminal Court, which I like to cover this stuff because I have an interest in international law, mostly because it's a voluntary body of law. So I don't know how they're going to carry out the enforcement of this, but this guy is seeking to arrest some Hamas leaders, and he added Benjamin Netanyahu to this list as well, and they're going to investigate everything that's been going on. So take a listen to what this prosecutor has to say.
Today, that I have reasonable grounds to believe, on the basis of evidence collected and examined by my office, that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant bear criminal responsibility for the following international crimes committed on the territory of the State of Palestine from at least the 8th of October 2023. The crimes include starvation of civilians as a method of warfare, willfully causing great suffering, serious injury to body or health or cruel treatment, willful killing or murder, and intentionally directing attacks against a civilian population.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it for Netanyahu.
Yeah.
And this particular clip came after the part where he said he was going to also be looking to arrest and seize Hamas leaders. So, to be fair, they're going after both sides of the coin. And, it's just a further development that the international community and the UN and the ICC have done in kind of recognizing everything that's going on in Palestine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Like you said, it's a civilian group, so they don't have like any actual authority with anyone.
Yeah, I mean
this is going to go nowhere.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Yeah. But see,
I mean, they're bringing a case, right? So if they
right,
like if you sue somebody, I mean, and I don't know, you sue them for a crime, you could probably get them in jail or something. I don't know.
Right, but this is like a criminal. Like we're talking about, he's bringing him in for war crimes. And here's the thing. America and Israel are not going to go along with this, much like China doesn't go along with a lot of the case. Like they've been tried in front of international bodies for invading territorial waters of like the Philippines and shit. And they don't recognize it. So it's like, if you don't recognize it, what the fuck can they do? So the international law is all like a voluntary body of law, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm just curious to see what's going to go on. Like if they're going to pose like this, like serious looking motherfuckers in front of a camera, in front of the whole world to see, and say, we're bringing you in on war crimes that are legitimate claims, very legitimate claims. what's going to actually happen? And that's kind of my gripe with the UN and the ICC and the ICJ. But do we want them to have an enforcement mechanism necessarily? I don't really want to. I think the people of the country have to hold their leaders accountable.
My inner Alex Jones is screaming about the globalists listening to you.
They
you're an
are
anti-Semite, so
they are globalists, but I'm saying it has to be a voluntary body of law. But like your people from your country have to keep you accountable, and no one pays attention anymore. No one does. That's the issue.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go anywhere just because they're not a legitimately recognized organization. So they have no authority. They can do their investigations as much as they want, but they're no better than a YouTube essayist.
Yep.
It's not going to go much further than that. So
yep. So
and then the other part that makes me I don't know, skeptical about it is Hassan is all for it. So
yeah. I mean, obviously it's a left wing take because he's bringing in Netanyahu, but he's also bringing in Hamas. Netanyahu also admittedly funded Hamas to create this endless cycle too. So, I mean, he's not a good guy.
I guess the one thing, just to jump into your next story too, like I guess the one thing that makes it more legitimate is that like if a YouTube essayist makes a video about Netanyahu, he doesn't give a shit. But when the ICC puts out, they say they want to arrest him, he makes a response to that.
Yeah, that's true. So here this article from the BBC. I went to the BBC article before we go to the next one. It says Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has angrily condemned the International Criminal Court's prosecutor for seeking arrest warrants for him alongside Hamas's leaders over alleged war crimes. So he's speaking out against this. Netanyahu said he rejected with disgust that democratic Israel had been compared with what he called mass murderers. It goes on to say ICC is also seeking a warrant for Hamas leaders in Gaza, Yahan Sinwar, for war crimes. So, I mean, to be honest, both sides are wrong all the fucking time in the situation, right? Like, if you look at it introspectively, you go, well, Israel has a right to be there. They have a right to protect themselves. How they're doing it's not right. Hamas, puts itself under hospitals and schools and shit so that all these Israel creates these war crimes. Both sides are wrong. So I think the ICC is doing the neutral thing here and bringing both parties in.
Yeah, but where does it go from there?
Right. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That is the problem. I mean, I don't think it's a problem. I think it's the question, and I think it's right to, like, I don't know if they can arrest both sides.
It's right to hold both sides accountable, but they can't because they have no authority to do so.
Yeah.
It's like if, the Chinese president says, fuck Tim Crosby. Well, fuck you, Xi Jinping. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah. I mean, there are like international law. There are ways like they can be sanctioned if
they
can
don't extradite me. Good fucking luck.
No, I mean, they can sanction them in different ways. I have to brush up on the I guess the sanctions you can get for not following an ICC decision, but there are ways that they can hold you accountable short of, detainment and arrest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see where it goes, I guess. I want to see, does ICC have any authority? Let's see what the thing says. Does ICC have any authority?
Well, that's what the if you go to the foreign policy article that I put in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Can the ICC actually arrest Netanyahu?
Oh, okay, perfect.
We'll just read there. Yeah, in the weeks following Hamas's October 7th attack on Israel last year, the top prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, Karim Khan, repeatedly warned those engaged in the war to proceed with extreme care, specifically cautioning against using starvation as a weapon of war. 6 months on, with Gaza experiencing a full-blown famine.
Blah, blah, blah. What is the ICC? Does the ICC have jurisdiction over Israeli nationals? The ICC can prosecute nationals of a state that is a party to the Rome Statute. It can also prosecute crimes committed on the territory of a state if that is party to the treaty, whether or not the defendant state is party to the Rome Statute. Huh? Yes or no?
Yeah, so the way international law works, if you are a signatory on a treaty or a body of international law, and you say, yes, we agree with this, and then you then violate that, you can be held accountable. But in a lot of international case law, countries have said, argued with their international lawyers, like, hey, we agreed with that, but this situation's different because of this, because of that. So they have to go to court and figure all that out. So, one, they have to be a party to the treaty. Two, they got to go argue in court if they are if they are a signatory to the treaty.
Yeah.
This is why I like international law. This is kind of my wheelhouse, but no one's hiring for international lawyers over here. I love this stuff.
There is no international law.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is, and it's a pretty cool body of law because it is voluntary. It's arguably the most libertarian body of law. It's just run by a bunch of globalists.
Okay, statist.
Yeah.
It's just run by a bunch of globalists. I mean, honestly, if you sign into a voluntary body of law, I could make an argument for it. Just give me a while to write a book about it.
Those globalists, they want to turn the freaking frogs gay.
I'm sorry for trying to educate you.
No, that's fine. Anything to do with foreign policy, my default position is I don't give a fuck.
Most people don't. I think,
yeah.
Obviously, as libertarians, foreign policy is one of our top.
Well, our foreign policy,
matters.
it is important, but it's important in the fact that I don't give a fuck and I don't want to be involved in it.
We shouldn't be involved in either side. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
completely
fuck
agree.
the International Criminal Court or whatever the hell it stands for. Is that what it is?
International Criminal Court. Yeah. But I mean, both sides, if they're committing war crimes, they should be held accountable. To me.
Yes, by their own people. They should be, bring out the guillotines. But just
no, 100%.
I don't need to be involved.
Guillotine's way more effective than international law. Like 100% agree
Nice.
with everyone there. But
this is Kelly. Yeah, I'm with Kelly. Jordan Peterson, that shit. Take care of your own. Clean up your room, bucko, and we'll worry about the rest of the world later.
Yeah, definitely break out the guillotines if you're both sides. Highly agree with that. Just doesn't happen either.
Oh,
All right.
I was gonna say when you're saying both sides are wrong. Yeah, I was surprised that the fence could hold you up. You were sitting on it so hard.
I mean, if I had to pick a side, I would say Israel's probably.
You're a fucking
aggressive.
Zionist.
No. I said they're the aggressor. They're the more aggressive.
Oh,
part of
you
the
fucking
situation.
commie! You goddamn Marxist! You just want to overthrow
I was
this
wrong.
country.
I was wrong either way.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Heads I win, tails you lose. That's right.
Yeah. That's fine.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, we'll see what happens with it. I don't think that the Iranian president getting killed was some conspiracy, and I don't think anything's going to happen with these war crimes.
Yep. Yeah. No, I agree with you on the second one. Staying strong on my conspiracy theory there. All right.
Okay.
Moving on to the next topic. I will never stop ringing this bell until I die.
Okay.
Everyone who is in the COVID regime wanting to shut us down, y'all are all wrong. And you should apologize to every single one of us. The Atlas Society put out a video that's going to lead into this whole next topic from last week. Check it out.
The World Health Organization says there's no reason to stop the use of the Oxford AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine. The statement comes after Bulgaria, Romania and Thailand joined 3 Scandinavian countries in suspending inoculations with this particular vaccine. They were reacting to reports of blood clots in some people who'd received the shot, although there is no evidence of any link.
The AstraZeneca COVID vaccine is being withdrawn worldwide after the pharmaceutical giant admitted it causes a rare and dangerous side effect. AstraZeneca admitted the claims in court documents lodged in February. Parent company Vaxzevria has come under intense scrutiny in recent months over a rare side effect which causes blood clots and low blood platelet counts.
Wow. So the conspiracy theorists were right? Is that what you're saying?
Right again, motherfuckers.
Oh.
I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mitch. Yeah.
I mean, what is there to say other than what hasn't already been said, which is
Yeah.
pretty much nothing? I mean, for fuck's sake, the COVID regime, they have lied to us about everything. And at this point, why are you even surprised?
Yeah, I don't know. This is why you can't have mandates. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of with you. Like, I'm I'm mostly with you. I'll say that. I'm mostly with you on like these people from the COVID regime cannot be forgiven. There are some people that just, they deserve to get it. Bring out the guillotines. Why not? But at the same time, these, you got to give respect to the people who were fooled by the propaganda and then changed their mind. So you got to have some road to redemption for those people. There's
Will
some
Chris
people that
Cuomo find a road to redemption?
Yeah, I don't think so. We were talking about this earlier. I think we should do a watch along. I think we should.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, we're going to.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I that debate's going to be interesting. I don't know. I've listened to a lot of Chris Cuomo on PBD, so I don't know that he deserves one or not. I'm sure that he's going to bring out all the worst quotes that Cuomo has ever said. Of all the things he said and defending his brother, killing grandma, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, but there has to be a path, because I don't want to get down this road where nobody can be forgiven for their past sins, because then I don't know. Nothing good comes from that. So I don't know. But these fucking pharmaceutical companies, no quarter, kill them all.
Yeah, I mean, I think the road to redemption starts with a pulling of your news story, and then putting out that you were wrong, like they're doing right here, kind of.
They will on the 15th page.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't try and put it in there. Constantly remind people that hey, we were really wrong about something very important that we pressured a lot of people to do and locked up a lot of people and took their livelihoods for. They're just yeah, I was wrong about that, but this isn't bad. No, you shut down the whole country, you shut down the whole world, and no one's gonna let you live that down.
Yeah.
It just makes me so mad. And now, I'm thinking, are all those videos that I saw of those weird white blood clot things coming out of people, is that true now? Is that the rare side effect that we're talking about? That Alex Jones was putting out there, that he had that embalmist on. Did you ever see that, where he had the embalmer on, and the embalmist had these tubes full of big white things? He was like, I've never seen these in my 20-something years of practicing, and I'm pulling this shit out of people's veins.
No,
y'all didn't see that shit? Yeah,
No.
that's deep down the blood clot conspiracy hole, and I've been I don't know what it looks like. Looks like calamari, honestly, the consistency. Yeah. So is that what's going on? What is next?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah. So that flows into the NIH again with the COVID regime finally admitting that they were proceeding with gain of function research at the Wuhan virology lab, which every single one of us pretty much were yeah, duh. That's what was going on. Even Jon Stewart was yeah, that's what the fuck was going on. And they changed the name or the definition of gain of function research on the website, so Fauci could get away with saying no, we weren't doing it when Rand Paul was grilling him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend that I was looking all into all their funding and where it went and what kind of research they were doing. But there were plenty of people out there saying this is no coincidence that the COVID virus started in Wuhan and there's a virology lab right next door that it happens to be doing research on this type of disease or virus. So yeah, I'm not going to say I know all the technicalities of it, but there were plenty of people that were saying this was true, and everyone pointing to them and saying, "No, you're a conspiracy theorist, is bullshit."
And you're racist.
And you're racist. Yeah. The Chinese virus. Yeah.
Because somehow it's less racist to say it came from a lab instead of some gross market where Chinese people eat very disgusting things.
Yeah. I was going to say that. I was going to say that because I heard that on another podcast the other day, and I'm that is way more racist.
You bigot.
Yeah, the bats. That's way more. That's way more racist than being yeah, some scientists fucked up.
Right.
Yeah. Or a pangolin.
Or a pangolin. Oh, I'm sorry. Dude, Jon Stewart's clip is still good. It is still good to this day. Oh, no, that's the chocolate factory. Yeah, it's so good. And so, speaking of road to... can we play the NIH video from the PPD?
Oh, yeah. Let me go back down. Sorry,
play that.
I forgot about that.
So this is the NIH admitting that everyone was right all along.
Dr. Tabak, did NIH fund gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology through EcoHealth?
It depends on your definition of gain of function research. If you're speaking about the generic term, yes, we did, but this is research. The generic term is research that goes on in many, many labs around the country. It is not regulated. And the
Oh, great.
reason
They're
it's
doing
not
this shit
regulated,
everywhere.
It poses no threat or harm to anybody.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
What the
Poses
fuck, dude?
poses no threat or harm to anyone except for the millions of people that died of a man-made disease.
Is Leah Thompson a woman? It depends on your definition of man and woman.
Depends on what
Fuck
your
off,
definition-
asshole! Answer the goddamn question.
That depends on what your definition of is.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
fucking stupid, man.
I like how
Fucking
clear she asked the
postmodernism.
question, and I like how he tried to obfuscate around it, but then everyone was like, our definition is you fucked up, idiot. That's so good. That was so
Yeah.
good. And Rand Paul's been nailing this for a couple of years still. Like every time Fauci gets up there, I'm surprised Fauci hasn't been arrested. I hope he gets, because they were acting as a rogue agency pretty much. Obama said no, we shouldn't do this gain of function. Pretty sure Trump said no, let's not do this gain of function. They stopped it, and now they found a back way to fund it. So I don't know who was overseeing that whole operation. I think it was Fauci, allegedly. So this guy should be locked up for the deaths of millions of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fauci is another one that
but-
gets no quarter.
Yeah.
But should he be sent to Guantanamo Bay?
Guantanamo Bay shouldn't exist.
Tim, you
No,
knew
just-
exactly where I was going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my last name to Guillotine and run for office, and
Well-
that way I can legally say, like, guillotine, like 2042 or whatever.
Listen,
Well,
if that
Angela
happens,
McArdle's already the guillotine queen. So sorry.
Well, then
I mean-
she can run. I don't want to do it. I don't want to get in trouble.
Go ahead, Mitch. Sorry.
there's a song called "It's Time for Guillotines." That better be your anthem for the whole campaign.
I don't know it.
I don't know it either. That's another reference.
Oh my-
The reference counts.
Dude,
are
it's
out.
probably the most hilarious. Like, oh my god, never mind. Just
We'll
fuck off.
watch it in the after show.
We'll watch it in the after show.
That's fine.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Speaking of the after show, if you haven't joined the Discord, hit us up. Join the Discord. If you like what you're seeing, like and subscribe, share, get new people on. We need to hit that 500 follower mark to get sponsored.
Links down there.
Yeah, links down below. Keeping on with the COVID regime stuff. This is just media. Disney, ESPN, Stephen A. Smith. Speak also on that same road to redemption line. This was Stephen A. Smith back in the day on Kyrie not wanting to take the vaccine.
But I've been covering the NBA now for almost 25 years. I mean, this is some of the stupidest nonsense I've ever seen. Just flat out stupid. So let me get this straight.
Okay.
So if the reports are true, because we don't know whether they are or not.
Now, hold on now.
But let's give credit to Sham and others who have reported this. It is what it is. Let's go with that, okay? If it is true, Jay, if it is true, Marcus, so you
He
don't
names
have
everyone
a
in the
problem
room.
with taking the vaccine, your position is that you're going to sit up there and compromise the championship aspirations of an organization you signed on to represent. You coaxed Kevin Durant into signing on to represent. You played a role in coaxing James Harden into signing on to represent. You're going to compromise all of that because you want to give a voice to the voiceless. Really?
The fuck is
And how is that going to work out for you, Kyrie Irving?
You can pause it.
You're going to
What
So-
are you
Real
talking
quick,
about? Yeah.
I
What is
just want to say, can I please get Stephen A. Smith to like narrate more things for me? Because like, take away what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, imagine him having to explain all the libertarian positions for us.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. I mean, he does say it, and I mean, that's why he has a job. He's a good orator. But, I mean, he'll probably, and I'm sure if I spent some time, I could find a video of him supporting LeBron James, making some, woke-ass statement, or some NBA people making some woke-ass statement on the other side of things, and being completely okay with it. But when Kyrie, who, admittedly, he's a flat earther, So he was
Oh,
on.
is
He
he?
was on. Yeah, Kyrie was a flat earther. I don't know if he still is. He at least was. But he was on our side back then. You're gonna sit there and criticize him for wanting to have a voice. Meanwhile, when on the other side of the aisle, you're gonna be like, he's got a platform. He's got a right to do that. I see what he's saying about the championship aspiration. He's like, you built this whole organization, you're gonna throw it away for taking a vaccine, which doesn't hurt anybody. It's just a vaccine.
Wait, what was the controversy at the time? Because I don't follow NBA enough. Were they
Because
saying
Kyrie
that all
didn't
the
get the vaccine.
Were they
Kyrie-
saying that all the players had to have the vaccine to participate? Is that it?
Yes, but what his argument is the Nets at the time had Kyrie. They had Kevin Durant. They had James Harden. So they had like a bomb ass team. And he's saying like, you brought all these people on, and now you're gonna jump ship just so you can have a voice and stand up against this vaccine. Yeah, which I get where he's coming from. It's like, you just brought all these people on, but that's like the sports look, It's like, you got to take care of your body first. And Kyrie's going like, I don't know what the fuck they put in this vaccine. And from the media perspective back then, they're going, it's safe and effective. You take it, you don't kill grandma. They're making you feel bad about not taking it. And so now looking back, the AstraZeneca shit we just saw, oh shit, rare side effects, blood clots, people are dropping dead. Joey said in the chat, 11% of people got hit with rare side effects. Doesn't sound that fucking rare to me. But now flash forward to 2024, and this is why having a set of principles, and why I think libertarians, especially our principles,
so the reality
are very effective.
So the reality
Now.
is he hasn't played since 2016, but we're asking if
Wait,
he
no,
should get an
this is not
invite
the-
to a workout.
That's not it. I thought it was it. It's the next one.
That's not the
Oh,
video.
no, sorry, I was skipping. That's something else. Here we go. This is it. Sorry, we'll go back to that in a minute.
Whether right or whether wrong, no one can say anything definitively. I took the vaccine. Hell, I encouraged others to do it
Okay.
by doing PSAs and stuff like that. Fair enough. Others that disagreed with me, however, I can't knock them. They have
Now.
the reasons for having their feelings. Aaron Rodgers is entitled to that. Just like Tucker Carlson is entitled to that. Just like folks like Chris Cuomo and others are entitled to change their minds once they've learned more and more about the facts. Popular podcaster Patrick Bet Davis spoke about these things too. We learn more and more and more as we go on. The one thing that we're able to deduce from all of this, and we must peel from all of this, is that whether you agree with him or disagree with him, Aaron Rodgers is not stupid. He's not senseless. He's not the insensitive dude that people have excoriated him as being. And at least some of what he says, if not a lot more than some of it, gets attached with enough legitimacy to it that it will make you at least say it's something we need to discuss.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, completely right there. But that's in hindsight, with hindsight 2020. You know what I'm saying? Literally hindsight 2020. So that makes me happy that Stephen A. Smith is coming back and like recanting all of this stuff and like standing up for people speaking out and on their minds. But that's why like at the time he didn't.
So I'm wondering if Patrick Bet David has any sort of influence over this, because he mentioned PBD, and I saw him do an interview with PBD some weeks ago.
It was.
I was thinking the same thing. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're
Maybe
completely
that's
right.
why he hired Cuomo. Maybe he thinks he could have a similar kind of influence here.
Yeah, and maybe he's right. And maybe what Tim was alluding to earlier before the show, talking about he's the heel, he's the NWO of the right wing PBD podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even Adam, is it Adam that's kind of like always
The annoying one.
the knowing one that I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
why are you saying this shit? Yeah, maybe that's why he's on there too. It's a battle of ideas, and he's hosting that battle.
Yeah. He's putting
Yeah.
on a show. It's for entertainment. I don't know. I think so what these tweets
For
are saying.
valuetainment.
Yes. Valuable attainment. Yes. So like this whole thing, Stephen A. Smith shamed Kyrie Irving on vaccine mandates when it really mattered. And now he's coming Is it that funny?
No, I think I'm drunk.
Okay.
It was good. It was a good one though. It was funny. It was very funny.
I think he's still like I wouldn't put Stephen A. Smith on the list of unredeemables though.
No. I mean,
would
he's a
say-
sports guy. He's paying attention to sports. That's his thing. But when you're contracted by Disney and they're like, "Hey, tell the people to take the vaccine," and he does it because he
he did
puts
all the
money in
PSAs.
his
He
pocket.
admits to doing all the PSAs and shit, but he also says I was wrong about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he said he was wrong about it, but I think he's kind of. I
Didn't he?
think he's kind of like, I said it.
That was my position. That's their
Yeah.
position. But he says like we learn more over time. We learn more and more over time, which to me
Yeah.
is like an indication that he learned that he was wrong.
Yes, I agree. But he also was like, I don't fault them for that. But then we just played the video where he was like, Kyrie, you fucking idiot. What are you doing for standing up for your voice? So he did,
Yeah.
By the way, in hindsight, looking back at all this, I really hope the Mavericks win it all this year, just so we can point to this. And in case you don't know, Tim, Kyrie is now on the Mavericks.
I don't know that. Yeah.
If
Okay.
they win it all, oh my God, it's going to be. We can make all the greatest anti-vax jokes ever. We will never let them live it down.
Yeah, sticking with the COVID thing.
Yep.
Bill Maher also again. So in our streak of getting Anna Kasparian on here saying shit that we agree with her surprisingly on, also Bill Maher doing the same thing on his show last week with COVID.
I get it that we didn't know exactly what was happening at the beginning of COVID and some mistakes were inevitable. But 4 years on, I'm tired of hearing, well, we didn't know. No, we didn't. But some people guessed better than others. And the people who got it wrong don't seem to want to acknowledge that now. Some people said closing schools
Is he one of those people? Sorry.
for so long was pointless and would cause much worse collateral damage to kids, and they were right.
He probably is one of those people.
Thank you. Don't be afraid. 4 years ago, the Daily Beast ran a story with the headline, Bill Maher pushes Steve Bannon Wuhan lab conspiracy theory, which was typical of the mainstream media at the time. Of course, it wasn't a conspiracy theory, and it wasn't owned by Steve Bannon. And now everyone, including the Biden administration, admits there's at least a 50-50 chance that the virus could have begun in the lab in Wuhan that was doing gain-of-function research on that virus. Duh.
The crowd clapping always just gets me mad.
What did Bill Maher say at the time? Did he say it was a bunch of kooks?
Yeah, I want to say.
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know. Yeah,
But
look it
I
up.
don't see a lot of retractions being printed. Yeah, when COVID hit, we did a lot of stupid things because America never reacts. It only overreacts. Ubers look like those Orthodox Jews who wrap themselves in saran wrap in case their
See,
plane
he
flies
does
over
pretty good
it.
job.
I remember that shit during COVID.
We washed the mail.
I didn't remember that, but when he said that, I was like, okay, people are washing mail.
We played baseball in front of cardboard cutouts.
Yep, I remember that.
And fake crowds. They had a fake CGI crowd in there at one of them too.
And ate in parking lots? Or with inflatable dolls? They closed the ocean. We banged pots and pans to show our love for nurses and our hatred for people trying to get a baby to sleep.
Very good.
For 2 years, we had to get nostril fucked every time we left the house. Serious people talked about having sex through glory holes, and if you don't know what a glory hole is, I wouldn't look into it.
Zakaria, you're part of the problem, guy.
Yeah.
Next.
We were told to wash our hands every 5 minutes and don't ever touch your face. And if you absolutely must go to the beach, for the sake of all that's holy, wear a mask.
Yeah, dude.
Outside. because
People
the
still wear
last
masks
thing you
outside.
would
I
wanna
still see
do
it.
when a disease
Yeah,
is
I don't
afoot is
get
get
that.
fresh air and sunshine and vitamin
Yo,
D.
real talk. Pause right there. You ever notice that everyone who still wears a mask out in public all seems like they're the same archetype?
Yeah.
Like they all seem like the same type of person.
Yep. 100%.
Germaphobes.
I see people alone in their car wearing the masks.
I saw it today on my way home. There was a lady.
Germaphobes, but like a very specific type of like I hate to have to even use this at the expense of sounding like a fucking right winger, but like it's a specific kind of leftist almost.
Yeah.
Like a specific kind of Democrat.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, if you're from like a foreign country or like if I see someone wearing a mask and they're like Asian or something, I kind of give them a break because like over in China and
That's
Japan,
a
like
cultural thing.
yeah, it is a cultural thing. They're all wearing masks over there, so I give them a break. But like everyone else, I don't know. I don't just assume you've lived in a foreign country forever, but I don't know you.
Samantha sitting in the car lot on the way to pick up her kid. I don't believe it.
Yeah. My favorite is when they're fat. I'm like, you're worried about the wrong thing.
It's better to stay locked up, stressed out, and day drinking.
Yes. Alcoholism is on the rise.
That's how this show came to be.
My roommate would come in after work and pound a 12-pack or 6-pack of Coors Light every single day during COVID.
What else
it was insane. Yeah.
It's always the worst kind. So even if you've had the disease, you need a shot. Yes, some very bad ideas were embraced as the conventional wisdom, ideas that haven't aged well. And a lot of the dissenting opinions that were suppressed and ridiculed at the time have proven to be correct. Maybe that's why the powers that be never wanted a COVID commission. Why not? We love commissions. The Warren Commission, the AIDS Commission, the 9/11 Commission. The NFL even had a "is ramming your head into another guy's head bad for heads" commission. Really?
That's a good commission, yeah.
So where's the COVID commission? Because it seems to me we haven't learned a thing. Maybe the number one lesson from the pandemic was the need for proper air ventilation. Second was never go on a Zoom with Jeffrey Toobin. But
that was good. That was good.
But if there's been a big national movement to retrofit buildings, I missed it. Gain of function research is still going on in labs. We're still torturing animals by raising our food in conditions ideal for viruses to make the leap to humans. Bird flu was just found in a goat, which means we're just one lonely farmer from the next
You're one of my elders.
Jesus. Why do they keep showing that guy?
Yeah, he's not doing nothing. It's the same face, too. He's got the same face.
$40 billion of free money, $280 billion of which was just flat out stolen in what the AP called the greatest grift in U.S. history, and which started an inflationary spiral that we now blame on Biden. So we're going to bring back Trump, the guy who ignored COVID like it was the dinner check?
I mean, that's the end of the clip, but yeah.
Yeah.
He had me until the end there where he's still kind of carrying water for Biden.
Yeah, I mean, they're both printing money. Like, Biden just continued.
Yeah, he said
Trump
it
obviously
started
it.
Well, he said it started with Trump, but it started way before that. So,
Yep.
Long before that. What is it? What happened in 1972.com?
how about
something like that?
1913? Okay, that's when it started.
Yeah. But I mean, more money was printed during the COVID regime than at any other time. Yeah,
all
ever.
other time periods combined. Yeah.
Right. So good point for like if you're thinking about voting for Trump, look at all the inflation that's going on now. He had a lot to do with that, and that's what I try and tell Trumpers is like that's why we're here. I don't know what else to tell you, man. But that to me is a good redemption. Like, hey, he's coming after people who were like everyone. It's like, hey, we were wrong. We're coming after all these people. Stephen A. is like, the guy might know something.
Yeah.
You know?
I think Stephen A. is more deserving than Bill Maher. I don't know. I feel like Bill Maher probably said some bullshit.
You might be right, because Bill Maher should be more in the loop, right? Like, he's a comedian, but he's a political commentator.
I want to go back to a question. So Joey asked, did he support Colin Kaepernick? Because we were asking, like, has Stephen A. been right or whatever? I think he did.
I want to say he did. I think.
So this is a clip I found. We'll watch it.
All right. So the
okay,
reality
cool.
is he hasn't played since 2016, but we're asking if he should get an invite to a workout or to a tryout. Ryan Clark here with us now. But Stephen A., what do you think? Should Kaepernick get a tryout?
He should have gotten a tryout. Let's just take this into consideration. The backup quarterback in Seattle, which is why Pete Carroll's getting on my nerves, continuously bringing up Colin Kaepernick as if he can't help it. You know, he's helpless. You could bring him in. You know, say you could sit up there and put him on a team if you wanted to. Geno Smith was your backup quarterback in Seattle last year. Mason Rudolph is the backup quarterback with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Mike Tomlin is the coach. Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins. Chase Daniels is a backup quarterback in the National Football League. And Colin Kaepernick still doesn't have a job. We all know that Colin Kaepernick deserves a shot. We know that he deserves another chance. I personally believe this is all a publicity stunt on his part. This is all a publicity stunt. I don't care what anybody says. I'm done with all of this with Colin Kaepernick because, again, you had an opportunity for 26 teams to look at you while the world was transfixed on a potential workout at the Atlanta Falcons facility a couple of years ago, and you passed. I know the waiver issue. I know that the NFL was suspect with it, even though that was the first workout, RC, that they ever conducted. I mean, the NFL has never conducted an individual workout for any player in its history. I get all of that. I understand it. I'm not knocking it. I understand the suspicion, but here's my point. Colin Kaepernick sued the National Football League. Clearly, you didn't trust him. You settled the case. Clearly, you didn't like him, okay? So think about that. So when they came and offered you the opportunity to work, you knew it was going to be some things about it that you didn't like. But Ryan Clark was watching. Stephen A. was watching. The whole sports media world was watching. The political world was watching since the issue of Colin Kaepernick had been politicized. The entire football world and beyond were looking forward to seeing Colin Kaepernick perform in front of the cameras, video equipment, NFL stuff, all of that Ryan is far more qualified to speak on than I could ever hope to. And he elected not to show up. So as far as I'm concerned, you know, I know he's got a big-time documentary coming out. You know, Spike Lee directed it and all of this other stuff. And I watch that. Damn it, look forward to it. I encourage everybody to watch it because we're going to learn a lot. RC was interviewed for it. I'm interviewed for it, the whole bit. But the bottom line is, let's not act like we don't know what's going on. He was blackballed. It was unfair. It was wrong. It's been wrong. And all of these teams are just giving lip service. Until somebody actually brings them in, they can all kick rocks because they're all full of it, all right? Because he should have been had a tryout. He should have been on an NFL team. But he also hurt himself because there was a way to work around this.
Dude, I was...
He's making an argument as to why Kaepernick shouldn't
He's
be
doing
taken
both.
seriously.
I was making fun of Rob for breaking the fence. Fucking Stephen A's breaking the goddamn fence. He's simultaneously saying that he deserves a shot, but also he shot himself in the foot, so I understand why he was never given a shot. Which one is it, motherfucker? You gotta pick one.
Yeah, he's literally speaking out both sides of his mouth.
That's how I read it. You seem different, Rob.
No, that's exactly how I read it too. Yeah. It sounds like he supports what he's doing, but you know, he also said, "Hey, you should have taken the tryout." I don't know.
Yeah. So as far as Bill Maher goes, there needs to be some more public flogging like this. Did y'all see this?
I saw this. This
did
is good.
not.
But before you play that on the Stephen A thing,
sure.
Like he still like supported the issue. Like at the time of the COVID thing, he took a stance on that issue and said, "Hey, what you're saying about the issue is wrong," you know. And he kind of did take a lean towards like you brought all these teams here, you tried to take a sports lean to it, but at the same time, it's like on the issue you don't agree, so you're kind of flogging him a little bit harder than you should.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of flogging.
This was good. This is really good.
You're one of my elders, man. I respect you for that.
When
you dress like you paint. Look at you.
Does.
You just hate kids. I don't like how you just made that point and then said anyway really quickly before I could refute it. Anyway, did you learn that in debating class? One of the best things you did for society is you didn't have kids.
Burn!
Jesus Christ. Was that Geritol? Look at you trying to beat a drinking and driving charge. Bill Maher reading the New York Times, driving around fucking leopard print shoes.
you know what?
It was like a PED for your fucking point.
Your wife.
It's a little more pronounced. Because you're such a victim right now with all your libtard friends.
Yeah.
You go again with the big word. Everything that you would look down your fucking nose.
Your kid.
Don't you save that for your parties when you're wearing your smoking jacket? I'll tell you, that Bill Maher is really smart. He is really well-read. He just said prima paravardi. So you're not a knock-around guy. You looked up Latin words and you didn't fucking hang out with the fellas and they used to hang you by your underwear at the lockers. So now none of them are funny because this is your one thing. But I'm funny. They could never be as funny as me.
So uncomfortable right now.
Like there's so much shit about you that's funny that you're not even trying to be funny. Your whole fucking outfit is hilarious. You're dressed like that. You're going to sing that, what is that song? Splish Splash, I was taking a bath with your stupid little slippers that you're wearing. All right, relax, you fucking historian. Go ahead, throw another Latin word at me.
That
you ever
theory.
think that you're older than the hula hoop?
That's
the Garrett. And then after that, did they move?
Again.
Did they move to the garage and have put some basil on their fry up?
No,
that's an asshole thing to do. To use the English word for fucking attic in California.
Okay,
He's
I'm one more reference away from taking this mic off and just walking out.
Yeah.
I want to make a list of all the things I didn't know, and I'm just going to fucking say them all to my wife tonight. She's like, who the fuck did you have? Are you on mushrooms? What are you talking about?
Oh.
The Garrett. You totally have the energy of, you forgot to give out the homework assignment, Mrs. So-and-so. Fucking highbrow.
Well, it's true.
Does your shit jokes float above ours? Why? Because you say Setmit Tank or something? It sounds like you have a gig coming up in Boston and the tickets are a little slow. That's where Harvard is. For a guy like you,
I know that.
That's got to be the Taj Mahal. I love that
I
bugged
hate
you.
Harvard.
Solved
Attacking
it.
Israel.
You just
I did.
solved it.
I actually
There
did.
you go. That's fantastic.
Anyway.
All right.
We don't need to get onto that.
Let's go to Russia and the Ukraine. How do you solve that one, Bill?
You're
like that guy that has a fantasy football team and thinks he's a fucking GM.
No.
Rob.
It's like, why am I fucking listening to you like you've done something?
God damn.
What have you done in Washington?
Dude, he
Nothing.
just rails him for like a whole nother minute. We don't have to watch the whole thing.
No, I watched a
Yeah.
longer version of this, and the funniest part was when Bill Maher did the Garrett for the garage.
The garage?
Yeah, that was the funniest part to me. Bill Burr got him on this one, but I mean, it was all it was all fun, you know. And I don't know where he actually feels, but to me, it was like they were still having a good time on the podcast, and he should do that. Like he's calling him out, but in a way that's palatable to him receiving it in. I don't know.
Right.
That's good shit.
Well, Bill Maher can take a joke, so I guess there's that. Like, you know,
He for some reason though he keeps on turning to cold shouldering Tim Pool.
I mean, he's a YouTube guy. Bill Maher's above that. He's on HBO.
Well, the thing is, they've invited Tim Pool to come on his show, but he won't go on Tim Pool's show.
Look at you with the beanie carrying water for Tim Pool.
Of course I am. Hire me, Tim. Call me up, coach. Call me up.
Look, no, Bill Burr, but like he will always call you out for having any kind of opinion on like super, like I've heard one of his podcasts because I love Bill Burr. He gives great comedy advice and stuff like that, so I listen to him fairly often. Not on political shit. I won't listen to him on that, but I've just overheard. Yeah, Bill Burr, and I've just overheard him saying like, oh great, there was an Israel-Palestine debate. Did they solve it? No? Okay. Yeah. It's just like a matter of fact, like, oh, good for you. Yeah. And I can't argue with that. It's funny. I can't argue with that. No one's gonna solve anything by yelling at each other to the red in the face. It's good to talk about.
For the valuetainment of it. That's
yeah. No, not as funny when you said it.
Yep.
Okay. That was good. So next up, is this the daughters thing? Some more lighthearted topics?
No, drink count.
Drink count? Oh, I've had like four of these.
Oh,
4 shots of these.
I'm on my second one. I'm gonna finish this. I'm almost there. Stop blurring.
Probably just 4 shots.
Stop blurring. I'm almost there.
What do you blur? What are you blurring?
It keeps blurring. Like every time I pull it up. See the invisible bottle. You have no idea how much is in here.
That's good. That's good. We don't want them to know what we're drinking.
Bill Barr is great. His politics are uninformed at best. I think he has a great take on guns, and his prepper take is also great.
I think he is like every American should be if we had a good government and completely uninterested in like the politics of it
Okay,
all.
That's a good angle. Yeah.
Yeah. He has a wife who obviously hates Trump. So maybe he avoids that. I am probably wrong. Bill Burr would
Dude,
fucking
if you
roast
were
me.
making millions of dollars just calling people Marys, you wouldn't give a shit about politics either.
Oh, no. But like he does have a wife that seems to be left leaning. And if I had a wife like that
She's
and
from
I would
California.
Right, and if I had a wife like that and I was like neutral, like really didn't care, I'd be like I'd have the same attitude probably. I probably wouldn't have a wife like that though.
So what's Joe about to say?
I don't know, but
This is like one of the latest gaffes. This is
One of the latest creepy things to come out of the world of Joe Biden.
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, Bill Burr's wife, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, she's hot. I mean, she's
I'd hit that.
Yeah, she's good looking.
Mitch
I
on
just
his jungle fever trick again.
Hell yeah.
I just remember her from the UFC when she flipped off Trump. Yeah, there it is right there. That picture of Trump right there. She was in the background with him flipping him off. So that's
Where's
how
that?
you kind of
Oh,
know.
here.
Right there, yeah. You kind of know she feels some type of way about it.
You think?
Oh, okay, yeah, blurred. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's
Yep.
this?
It's just listen
Creepy Joe.
to your
By
president.
the way, I say to every young man thinking of getting married, marrying a family with 5 or more daughters. I did. My wife's the oldest of 5 sisters. You know why? One of them will always love you. Not the same one. One of them will always be on your side.
Holy shit.
That's the biggest advantage of marrying into 5 daughters.
What?
Hey, Joe.
What does that
mean? Okay. First of all, what he said was marry into a family with 5 or more daughters, and my first impression was
By
you
the
want to
way-
marry a girl that has 5 daughters, but no, he goes on to say like his wife had siblings. Yeah, listen
I
to it
say to
again.
every young man thinking of getting married, marrying a family with 5 or more daughters.
Okay.
I did. My wife's the oldest
Family.
of 5 sisters. You know why? One of them will always love you.
That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's fucking hilarious.
So, which one of Jill's 4 sisters did Biden fuck when he was?
Yeah,
younger?
right. Which one did he sniff? Yeah, which one did he sniff this time? I mean,
wow, dude.
look at him. Look at him looking. Him and
Yeah.
Trump have been on like a comedy kick this whole week. Trump had like a little thing of TikToks at one of his speech. He was like, "Look at the inflation. The inflation's crazy." And then he was also, "What's this podium made out of?" And now Biden's doing, "I fucked my wife's sister" jokes.
Hey, I'm telling you, guy.
Yeah.
One of them will always love you.
One of them
Here.
will always be on your side. That's the biggest advantage of marrying into 5 daughters.
That's the base.
If I did that joke, it probably wouldn't land. I think they liked it. I think
I want to see the crowd reaction on that video.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
funny.
That was pretty good. I mean,
all of Hunter's weird sexual proclivities are really starting to make sense.
yeah,
Like
Biden-
him fucking his brother's widow.
Or like
Hunter. Oh, Hunter Biden. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like if you take what's said in the Ashley Biden journal seriously about
Oh,
her.
I take it seriously.
Yeah, which
I have a
Well,
family
she
member
says
who
it's
went to
true.
that same rehab.
She
Yeah.
said it was true. She said the journal is legit.
right.
It is
but
legit.
She is suing the person who leaked it, but
Too bad.
not suing.
Hey, you're the
for
one who left it at
defamation.
that rehab over on the coast.
Yeah, correct. But yeah, no, you can definitely see where it comes from. Obviously, they're a bunch of sickos. But kind of funny joke there. I think
very weird.
yeah, I feel like we just covered a lot of serious topics towards the end. I just wanted to lighten up a little bit towards the end of the show. Going to his vice president. Beautiful picture of Kamala Harris, and inside this picture,
What are we looking at this picture, Rob?
Oh, this is old.
this is These are photos of all of the black men she locked up and kept in prison past their release date for jail labor. A lot of them on nonviolent drug offenses. So if you're considering voting for Biden and Kamala Harris again, just zoom in on the picture and look at all these people's faces who could have been released, but she was like, no, we'll make them slaves.
For Officer Harris.
There's a lot of people there.
A lot of people. She kept a lot of
Back
people
the
in
blue.
prison. Yep.
This comment right here, so true. So many of them are still going to vote for her because Trump is an evil racist.
Yep. All right. Moving on to something equally as hilarious. If you don't think our country's already going down the shithole, take a look at what's going on in this oversight committee hearing.
Okay. Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
needs to apologize.
recognizes
No, no, no.
Mr.
She
Perry.
needs to
Okay,
apologize.
hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm
still
not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then you're not
reserve the right to
striking your
object.
words. I am
Mr.
not
Perry-
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Come on.
Why don't you debate me?
Come on.
Mr. Chairman.
on,
the,
bitch.
the,
I
the
think
minority.
it's pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're
out
not.
of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to strike those words
the
as
lady's
well.
words.
I would like to strike
the lady's
as well.
words again.
That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike. Oh, they cannot take the
There's
words.
another motion to strike her words again. Please
All right.
get
Okay.
your
Here's
members under
the
control.
correct apology. Ms. Green, do you
God,
ask
she
unanimous?
sounds like such
do you
trailer
agree to
trash,
unanimous
but I am
consent
all here
to
for
strike
it.
your words?
I,
Do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time. Yes, I'll
All
strike
right.
my words,
That-
but I'm not
all right.
apologizing.
Without objection. Without
Not
objection.
apologizing.
Chair
Reserving the right
recognize- Okay.
Okay. There's
How
another
dare
video.
you?
I'm not apologizing.
How dare you
meeting will
attack the
suspend,
physical
meeting will
appearance of another
suspend.
person? Are your
Move
feelings hurt?
her words down.
Oh,
girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl.
We are gonna move and we're gonna take your words down.
I second.
How dare you?
How dare you? I'm here for it, dude.
In
I'm
Robert's
here for
Rules
it.
of Order, in Robert's Rules of Order, I can only assume that whenever they said, yeah, no objection, she was like, yeah, I will agree to strike my words, but I'm not apologizing. And there was a back and forth after this too. The black representative, which Marjorie Taylor Greene was actually going at. So before the clip started, Marjorie Taylor Greene was like, "Bitch, you got some fake eyelashes."
Yeah,
or what,
that was the
whatever.
original clip.
That
I
was
saw that, yeah.
that was the original beef between like AOC and the representative and MTG, and
I really feel bad for this guy in the middle of all of it.
Yeah.
oh, dude, in the longer clip, I don't know why that didn't include it. In the longer clip that I saw, he was like, if everyone could just calm down, I got 2 hearing aids and I just can't understand what's going. Oldest teaser move in the book. It's like that's what's going on with the people you're voting for.
Take the politics seriously, okay?
Yeah. Vote for better people. That's all I'm asking.
Dude,
And
all I
that-
was thinking the whole time that they were going on is Marjorie Taylor Greene needs a top lobster shirt. Censure D's nuts. Because that was her whole answer. It was like, strike my fucking words. I don't give a shit. I'm not apologizing for nothing.
yeah, this is what I want to see out of our congressional representatives, though. I want to see fisticuffs on the floor like they do in fucking Singapore or Thailand. I'm tired of not seeing fights on the congressional floor. I don't care if you want to carry on professional business, but you're giving the outward look that you guys are working together behind the scenes. Throw some goddamn punches.
How do you think that?
I mean,
I don't perceive them working together at all. I think they hate each other.
No, that's what I'm saying. I want more of this. I want more of this.
It's not too late to have this year's election settled by Lauren Boebert and AOC mud wrestling on the floor of Congress.
Mitch, that is the best idea that you have ever had on this podcast.
I think he said it before.
It would unite America.
I'd watch.
Yeah, see what I mean?
I think maybe we could get a tip bucket going around at in Washington, D.C. next week at the convention for that event. And we're already in D.C. We could go door knocking We can make this happen. We can make this happen. There's big enough people coming to the convention. All we had to do is hit Walmart, get some damn Jello, and a mini pool. That's literally all you need for mud wrestling, and they bring the titties.
America.
Back the blue and vote for Mike Tremont. Why is this a thing? What did you say, Mitch?
Wait, what?
Mitch, back the blue and vote for Mike Tremont.
I think Joey said that.
I know, but why?
I don't know.
I don't know the reference.
That was earlier in the show.
That was earlier.
It was like not even 5 minutes ago.
Man, you talking about some shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
Speaking of some
Jeez. Hey.
What?
I apologize. That bitch was crazy. So P Diddy, you skip past Mitch's
the
thing.
Republican fight.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
so
that was new.
Yeah, so going along with fighting on the floor, Mitch, lead the way on this one. You found it.
So I found this right before we went live, and apparently this was on the floor of the Republican Party of Arizona. And wow, can we get sound on that at all?
Oh yeah. I'm putting it up. Yep.
Yeah, they really go at it. I guess to give some context, the guy behind the camera, or I guess the guy in front, is more of a rhino type, and the other one seems to be an America First type.
We're not listening to it. Get your head out of No, you.
You little bitch.
No more rhinos in this place. No, you shut the fuck up.
His wife is laughing, dude.
He's got emotion.
She don't know shit's serious right now.
Oh yeah, you want to do it? You want to do it?
Well, Steve's getting involved.
Keep on emotional.
Old guy.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, now scroll up. Yeah, the second video is ice.
Full screen that thing.
Did he pull his pants down? Oh, it was an old lady.
Yeah. I wish I could find a longer version of this. There has to be one out
there. No videotaping. Too late, bitch. You're going on World Star.
Yeah.
All right, okay, yeah, that was the other one. All right, yeah. So what the fuck? I heard Republican Party was on Warren's side, but I didn't know it was to the point of punches. More infighting in Arizona. So what are they fighting about? Do you know?
I could not find the context of that other than this seems to be the same meeting.
It seemed like the guy in the first video was saying there's emotion on the floor, so it's some inside baseball politics where someone put emotion on the floor to probably stop what this guy wanted to do. They probably had an argument about it.
Yeah.
Fisticuffs. I like it. I like more of it. I'm not going to make fun of it too hard, though, because shit could pop off at the LP convention this week. Not going to lie.
It ain't going to get violent.
Nah.
You don't think anyone's going to violate that app?
Nah.
No. This isn't Pennsylvania.
I wouldn't be surprised. Speaking of not surprised, Diddy coming out with an apology, not from prison. I don't know where he is. Not from prison. I don't know.
Looks like a place that would have no extradition laws.
Yeah, dude, he is in a hut.
Yeah, he's in a hut somewhere.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
This morning, Sean Diddy Combs is breaking his silence.
I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
Combs stepping out in Miami the same day.
Why is he being so seductive with his voice while he's talking?
He's got to, man. Got to.
I apologize for anything I did on that video.
See, but you would think, like, is this like some video with all the new allegations about him, or no, ain't none of that.
Combs stepping out in Miami the same day he posted the apology on Instagram. The incident took place at a Los Angeles hotel in 2016. The surveillance footage obtained by CNN shows Ventura walking down a hallway with Combs chasing after her. He then proceeds to grab Ventura.
How dare you take off while I'm taking a shit, bitch?
And dragging her as she lay limp.
Let me drag your ass.
The assault appears to match an incident described in a lawsuit Ventura filed against Combs in November that alleged that Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye. The lawsuit went on to say that Combs threw glass vases at Ventura in the hotel's hallway, which this
Probably.
newly released video also appears to
shit.
show.
Let me grab
At
this
the time
motherfucking
of the
face.
lawsuit, an attorney for Combs denied Ventura's allegations, calling them outrageous and offensive. They reached a settlement within 24 hours. But in Combs' video Sunday, he now admits the abuse and claims he went to therapy and rehab after this assault.
I went and I sought out professional help. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry.
In a statement, Ventura's attorney said Combs' apology is more about himself than the many people he has hurt, that he was only compelled to apologize once his repeated denials were proven false, shows his pathetic desperation. Despite the graphic video, the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office says they cannot charge Combs with a crime in connection to this specific incident because California's statute of limitations has passed. But Combs is facing...
What? The state that says you can accuse somebody of rape 30 years later says you can't accuse somebody of assault 10 years later?
I mean, any state's gonna, it's just statute of limitations. You got to bring that.
So if he would have fucked her in the aisle, he could have got charges. But because he only smacked her around a little bit, that doesn't count.
Yeah, rape tends to carry a higher statute of limitations.
Multiple civil lawsuits.
Same with murder.
Allegations including abuse and sexual assault, which Combs has denied. He is also under federal investigation. His California and Florida properties were raided in March, but he has not been charged with any crime.
Representatives for Sean Combs did not respond to our request for comment. Now, in November, that lawsuit that Cassie had filed, she alleges that Sean Diddy Combs paid the hotel $50,000 for that hallway security footage that you just saw. But in a statement to NBC News, IHG Hotels and Resorts said, quote, "This hotel is no longer under IHG management, and we do not have any access to prior incident records or footage," adding that they did not receive money for this footage.
Hey, thanks. I'm not surprised.
I'm liking the signs in the background.
Yeah. You saw that? Truth, not war. Yeah.
Yeah, free Assange now.
Oh, I didn't see the signs. Go back. I didn't see.
Yeah,
it.
there's someone who right at the end there before they cut away, literally right before where we're at.
Well, he had I saw truth, not truth, whatever.
Hit play.
Oh.
Support HR or something. Hold on, I'm trying to go back to the beginning of it.
Denied. He is also under federal investigation. His California and Florida properties were raided in March, but he has not been charged with any crime.
Still waiting for the story about the blackmail sex
did not
ring.
respond to our request for
right,
comment.
yeah,
now,
that's
in
what
November,
I want to hear about.
That lawsuit that Cassie had filed, she alleges that Sean Diddy Combs paid the hotel $50,000
House Res 934.
for that hallway security footage that you just saw. But in a statement to NBC News, IHG Hotels and Resorts said, quote, "This hotel is no longer under IHG management, and we do not have any access."
Yeah, wait 1 sec.
Yeah, there's more.
Access to prior incident records footage,
I just want to see the
adding
Assange
that they
one.
did not receive money
see?
for.
Yeah.
Free Assange now.
Yeah. And that's going to be a huge thing going into convention too. I know some people might show up with signs while Trump's speaking or while RFK is speaking. You can guarantee free Assange is probably going to be on some signs for some people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, he said he was going to do it, and he never did it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because he alluded to that in the Candace Owens interview that I saw, where he was like, one of them more than others. More than the other. I'm more sympathetic to, but he still didn't do it. Yeah. He still didn't pardon them. Either one. Yeah. I'm on Mitch's side on this one. I want to hear more about the blackmail ring.
Yeah,
we need to get into that.
About.
No,
when we first brought
distracting you with other shit.
Well, to be fair, when we first brought up the Diddy story, the Cassie thing was the part that really kicked off all the investigations into him, because she came out and accused him of all these crimes, and he said that it was offensive and outrageous, but he did settle within 24 hours, which is what they covered again on this story here. And so now the video footage is out that he was in fact guilty, and now he's forced to apologize for it. So if the pattern continues, then the next stuff will be, all the other allegations after the fact. So maybe it's a sign that the rest is coming down around him, but I doubt it. I'm very pessimistic on the future. I'm
will
optimistic that the future looks bright, but I'm pessimistic on these people being held accountable.
For sure.
I don't know, man. Like ever since Cat Williams went on Sharon Sharp's show,
Yeah.
the world hasn't been the same.
Shannon Sharp.
Shannon
I love
Sharp,
that.
sorry.
I love it because I call Shannon Sharon and he's calling the other Shannon Sharon. So it's perfect. I love it. It's working out great. Just let it continue.
Shannon Sharp does kind of dress like a Sharon sometimes, though. He
That's
has
right.
a characteristic, so
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
It doesn't matter if you're P. Diddy or whoever the hell he names. You're all going down.
Dude.
Was that supposed to be Shannon Sharp?
No, I was going for Cat Williams.
Cat Williams? That was not a good Cat Williams.
I know it was I'm not black.
I read 30 books a day, Joe Rogan.
That was better. That was better.
I smoke
I
rocks,
walk in
Joe
the
Rogan.
library and that librarian says, "God damn, you got a lot of fucking books. Let me get you 2 cards."
That was better. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Joey shared this in our Discord. So if you want to share some stories with us on Discord and have us cover some stuff, go ahead and show this. This is Germany's parliament has officially voted to decriminalize possession of child pornography.
Whoa, what?
The move is being celebrated by a pedophile rights activist group, which has also called for age of consent to be dropped down to 12 years old. Welcome to Germany, bitch.
Well, guys, looks like we're gonna have to go liberate Germany again.
That's like that one Shane Gillis sketch on Gillian Keys where they're like, next up on the agenda is deciding age
Now-
of consent from Rhode Island.
Now that's
12.
what the post reads. That's what the post reads. I draw your attention to community notes.
Oh, why the community notes got to come in like that?
This is a complete misrepresentation. The law prevents people from going to jail for simply reporting child porn, teachers, parents, etc., who would otherwise be unable to present proof without going to jail. According to community notes.
That sentence did not make sense. Can you read it again?
This is a complete misrepresentation. The law prevents people from going to jail for simply reporting child porn, teachers, parents, and etc., who would otherwise be unable to present proof without going to jail. So what the community codes notes are saying is that
Yeah, I
the
get what
law
it's saying.
actually protects people from saying, here's the child porn that I found on this guy's computer. Something like that.
If you want to report child porn, you got to look at child porn.
I mean, you got an argument there.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no need to break out the M1 Grand and storm the beaches.
Hey Joey, why'd you bring this one to us? Why
says,
why do we have to end
why-
the show on this?
Why
note?
would they be subject to jail for reporting crimes? I don't think they were. I think this law says that they won't be.
Just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, let's see what the actual see where this links.
Pro pedophile activist group
Okay.
celebrates.
Feminist news and opinion is the tagline of this website. I automatically discount everything they say.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Yep. Germany's parliament has received the votes necessary to remove the section of the criminal code which made possession of child sex abuse materials a felony. Once the bill passed on Thursday comes into effect, minimum sentences for the possession of child pornography will be reduced and the offense will be downgraded to a misdemeanor. According to... Yeah, I don't know much about Germany's laws, but...
The Bundestag's the parliament.
Fuck. The
Reichstag.
Looks like...
Reichstag, yeah.
Yeah, I would be totally against it if this part was true, but according to community notes, it's false. And community notes have been pretty on point.
Yeah, unlike Facebook fact checkers, they're pretty good.
Okay, so maybe
follow it up
maybe
with
this is his point. He says, why would they be subject for reporting crimes? They had to make a law to protect the people reporting it. So maybe that's his point, is that, this law shouldn't need to exist, but it does now to protect the people who are reporting it.
From if the community notes aren't right, why is this allegedly the pro pedophile group celebrating this passage of the law?
Yeah, let's see. What does the quote say? Pedophile rights activist group. I'm going to search pedophile on my computer. Pedophile. Right. Okay. Why is it not working?
There you go.
Pro pedophile activists. Let me put this up. The move has already been praised by notorious pro-pedophile activist group known as Kruma 13 or K13. An activist group has been described as a self-help organization for pedosexuals. What? In a blog post written by... Okay, but see, I'm not going to take this with too much because when you say things like this...
But just read it.
Being,
just read it real quick. Yeah.
In a blog post written by its founder and dated May 17th, K13 laments that no politician in all factions apologize to the thousands upon thousands of those affected who fell victim to the 2021 law, which had made possession of child abuse materials a felony. What? Why can't I understand what I just read? No politician in all factions apologize to those thousands upon thousands. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Further advises all visitors to visit their site and relevant defense lawyers submit application for stays of proceedings on behalf of their clients in ongoing proceedings in order to wait out the period of time until the law goes into effect. The Notorious Group was founded, blah, blah, blah. The taboo of pedophilia must finally be broken at all levels of society. If a pedophile can come out without fear of exclusion or even demonization, then this is the best prevention against child abuse.
What? Wait. What?
The taboo of pedophilia must finally be broken at all levels of society. If a pedophile can come out without fear of exclusion or even demonization, then this is the best prevention against child abuse. Let them fly their freak flag.
Yeah, that's wrong. No, that is wrong.
For babies
Compelling
and
point. Now jump out the helicopter.
For babies and toddlers and elementary school students, the sexual component in such a relationship is problematic. Yeah, I agree.
So this is all coming from the blog post of the allegedly coming from the blog post of the alleged pro-pedophilia group.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't care what the pro-pedophilia group has to say about the law because it's the same thing as saying like, well, you know, all these Nazis support Michael Rectenwald for president, so therefore Michael Rectenwald is a Nazi. It'd be the same argument. I don't care what they say about it. I want to know what the actual law is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But also, I don't trust these people.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Redo.
See it from a more reputable source, then I'll believe it.
Looks like the name of their source is Redo. Like they need to redo a lot of their fucking posts for inaccuracies.
What the fuck is that word? Say that word, Rob.
I can't really.
I'm not reading the. Yeah, fuck.
Can't really say it. Bundiskriminalan.
Yeah.
Bundiskriminalan.
Functions of the central office dealing with child pornography. Okay, I don't know. We'll keep looking into this.
Yeah, we'll have to report back on this or something.
Yeah.
Share more stories that we can get all deep in the woods about. Sounds like wood chippery to me. Absolutely. Well, yeah, the group definitely does.
Yeah.
Don't know about the law, but the group definitely, compelling points now face the wall.
Also, like to be fair, like I do watch a lot of the Alex Rosen. You ever see that guy? He's the big bald bearded guy.
Yeah.
For the Pedo Patrol, and he catches a lot of these guys.
I just came to get a cupcake.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are retarded.
Oh, is he the new Chris Hansen?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good. A lot of these guys are definitely got something mentally going on with them wrong, and you know, I think it's a mental issue. Obviously, is wrong, but a lot of these people, like, if they see something that passes like this, they're like, oh, this means that. They probably cannot analyze it to realize that it works against them. But I don't know. Maybe we look at the actual law and see what it says. What the fuck is going on here? This seems like the after portion of the show, but we're
I feel like we're pushing into the after
I
portion.
can cut it off. It's fine.
No, roll it.
Fuck a few bitches, but bitches my mind different. Please don't get it twisted, my pussy was spine different. If you thought I liked it, the pussy a time.
That dog's like, where's my butter?
So this is what Lizzo's been up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a big bag.
Anyway, everyone, thanks for tuning in to Swamp Creatures.
Tim, is this the Swamp's Twitter feed? Because I want to...
That's Alex Rosen's Twitter feed.
Oh, it's Alex Rosen's Twitter feed. Oh, dude, he's so funny. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks, Joey and Kelly, for being in the chat. like and subscribe if you're catching this and you're new, and join the Discord. We got any plugs? You got any plugs before we get out of here?
Go ahead.
Just catch us in DC. Follow me at Mitch Connor JLo and check out 1776 swag.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
Every time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Keep following the show. Discord, all that kind of stuff. They said hi to Joey and Kelly. I say hi to JC. Always. He's a silent one in the chat, but friends of Joey and Kelly. So always good to have a nice little community of people here watching. So if you want to watch live, be sure to follow on Twitter and Discord. All the links are in the description below. And next week is it should be a Mitch show.
Yeah.
So, here we go. What are we doing for convention, boys? We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out the convention, and then me and Mitch will probably talk about next week's show because I don't get back in town until Tuesday from convention because I fly into Panama City.
So we might do a Wednesday next week.
Yeah, it might be an off kind of week.
Yeah,
we'll do a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday or something like that, and we'll definitely have a recap of all the events, and then Duke and I will settle our bet to who was right.
Yep. Plugs for me. I want to thank everyone again for coming out and see me open up for Robbie the Fire Bernstein. I want to thank Robbie for letting me open up for him and being a fucking cool hang afterwards. We went to Denny's and supported the Denny's caucus, although the steak was terrible. He didn't even finish it. So Denny's still the god that failed us. But the waitress that worked at Denny's that night was like literally every Denny's waitress ever. Like she had been there for ages. She was old and decrepit. It was crazy.
That's Denny's.
Yeah, so I want to thank you guys for coming out to West Palm and supporting the Porch Tour and the kickoff of that. It was a great show. Robbie said it was the best sound he'd ever had on a Porch Tour. And then I want to thank my friends for coming out to my show on Thursday. I don't have any shows lined up right now, but when I do, I'll let you guys know. And other than that, Joey will be kicking off College Football Extravaganza pretty soon. Talks are in on the sports ball. So College Football Extravaganza if you like college football.
After show, see y'all there. Thanks for watching.